And a very good evening to everyone once again. Welcome back to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 lower bracket semi-finals. Tonight we will be looking at the Division 2 lower bracket, which means it is going to be Fruit Salad going up against Steal Your Job. And tonight I'm joined by the one and only Vetia. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm kind of having mic issues, and it's a little more sensitive than I thought it would be. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see that AsiaFortress Cup is still alive.
It's very nice to have you here with us. Yeah, so tonight we are going to be seeing Fruit Salad going up against Steal Your Job for the lower bracket semi-finals. Of course, there is going to be quite a lot riding on tonight's matchup, which means the winner of tonight's matchup is going to go into the grand finals, while the loser is, of course, going to be placed at third place for their run through AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. So that is definitely a lot riding on tonight's match, and do you have any predictions going down?
I'm just gonna come out and say it straightforward. I do believe that Fruit Salad is probably going to win this. Fruit Salad has been a more dedicated team all season, in my opinion, and so far they've just shown that they're straight up better than Steal Your Job in terms of both DM ability and in strategizing. So, I hope it's a close match. I always hope it's a close match, but I'm gonna predict that Fruit Salad is gonna come out on top for both maps.
Okay, so in terms of points, will it be a close match, or do you think it's just going to be a straight-out roll coming out from Fruit Salad?
It's hard to say. I'm not sure, actually. I don't want to make any predictions, and then later on people are going to call me out like, oh, Vetia said this and it didn't happen, what a scrub.
Oh my.
But, alright. Well, give me the first map. What first map are we looking at?
It does look like they intend to play Badlands first.
Going by Fruit Salad's roster, I will say that I do believe that they're probably gonna pick this up 5-2.
Oh snap. Okay.
Yeah, so
Fruit Salad gonna go strong during the first map, and the second map, of course, is going to be Snakewater. So what about that one?
probably a 4-2. Snakewater mid tends to put Surf in a lot of good positions, as well as have like I don't know, Destiny's a pretty passive pocket, but depending on the soldier that Fruit Salad is running today, they can make Snakewater a very aggressive soldier map. So it really depends on who their roamer is, and I think that will clinch on who will actually pick up Snakewater. But we shall see.
Yep.
We shall see.
Yep, we shall see indeed. Yeah. So yeah, the night is still young. We've yet to see them, do their playthroughs for the first map, CP Badlands. Of course, every caster's dream is that we get close matches all the time, and we go into a third map, heck, even golden caps for each and every map. But of course, that is going to take forever. So fingers crossed, we get good games tonight. Of course. Once again, we have been mentioning this is going to be the semi-finals, so the winner will move on to the grand finals for the Div 2 bracket. Of course, we have already concluded the grand finals of the Div 1, where we have Shoutout taking the grand final champion position. Div 3, of course, moving on, will be TMG going up against MJM, another match that is pretty highly anticipated, and tonight we will be watching to see who goes up against Wine and Cheese for the grand finals in the Div 2 bracket. So it does look like most of, well, if not all of the players are already inside the server, so we can just hop in and watch them kill each other.
Funny story about like longest matches ever. I was actually like I had the great opportunity to cast one of the longest matches in AsiaFortress history halfway through it. If anyone recalls, about a year ago during AsiaFortress Cup 9, it was the Division 1. I do believe it was the lower bracket finals. No, it was the upper bracket finals. Ah crap, I can't remember. But it was one of them.
One of them, yeah.
But it was basically Cute Beast versus Emmy Dizziness. They pushed every map into a golden cap.
Wow.
It was fantastic. So, hard to see teams that even on a level, but maybe tonight.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe tonight we might see some beautiful action coming out from both teams. Fruit Salad and Steal Your Job. Who knows, Steal Your Job might actually steal some points out of Fruit Salad's prediction, but we'll just have to see how things go down from there. Of course, just go through the rosters really quickly. I don't think they're on their classes that they choose to play at the moment, but for the side of Fruit Salad, we have No Game Sense, Slayer, Surf Fruit, Destiny, Joey and Apples. I believe Joey and Apples are going to be the Scouts, Destiny and No Game Sense, the Solis, I believe. And Slayer, of course, is going to be our German healing man, and Surf is going to be our demo man. And what about the roster for Steal Your Job?
Steal Your Job's got Kenny, Bush, Jessica. I am actually not sure who Jessica is, but I do believe Jessica is actually... Yeah, Jessica is Banana. Banana was a well-known sniper back in the Hong Kong Div 3 community. Not sure where he's been for a while, but I guess he's back. Konma, obviously Konma. Pretty decent demo. We've got Marie, Sonic, and then we have May. I'm not sure who May is either, but he is on Scout, so
yep,
see how he
that is going to be the roster for Steal Your Job. In the meantime, we are just going to be waiting for the tape to ready up. And once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 2 lower bracket semi-finals. Tonight we are going to be catching the games of Fruit Salad going up against Steal Your Job. It is going to be a winner takes all, because the winner will be the one going on into the grand finals, where they will face off against Wine and Cheese. The loser, of course, very, very sad indeed, will be placed at 3rd place for this season. But of course that is nothing to scoff about. 3rd place coming in from Division 2. There has been quite a lot of good teams coming in this season as well, so that is pretty much an achievement too.
Yep. Well, I mean, fighting in this match, at least you can say that you're definitely gonna get 3rd place, right? That's like
true.
something.
That's like the silver lining. That's like the silver lining for both teams. But of course, they want that coveted spot in the grand finals. Yeah, so do you think, out of all the players that we have in the server right now, who is the one that we should, keep an eye out the most for?
If I had to point out, like, people in the server, I would probably be looking at Surf, because Surf has, well, probably one of the best demo DM in Division 2 right now. But I mean, he's running alongside Konma, and Konma is like, he's no slouch. He can put out the damage. I played alongside him and against him a few times before, and it's always like me underestimating players, and then they come out and beat the crap out of me.
Scary.
So, yeah.
Alright, so
I would say Bush is also a player to watch out for, because he doesn't know how to make the plays.
Ah, okay. So of course, our first map is going to be CP Badlands. I believe it has been in the map pool ever since week 1. It was the very first map, if I'm not mistaken, for almost all the divisions. So this is sort of going to be a refresher for all the teams, where they are going to be back on CP Badlands. They have their rosters up and ready to go. Just a matter of how things play out once again. Night, of course, is still young. The match, of course, scheduled to start at 10:30. We are going to, well, just hang tight for the moment, just waiting on them to ready up, of course. Just the pre-game frags and warm-up moment right now, where they just on the midpoint just fighting it out.
Every single time. Was early for the cars, but they're always late. Welcome to Asia. Yeah. I've had scrims that start half an hour late.
Oh, I had matches that start like an hour late, and in the end, the other team like forfeit. So just very interesting. But yeah, it's something that we have become accustomed to. Oh, look at that! Just as we mentioned it, does look like they intend to start the match already. And yeah, we are going to be going live. This is going to be on a Shana server, not the AsiaFortress one, so there's not going to be any setup time or class changing time. They have to start the match immediately. I'm going to be following Surf for his rollout to mid, and let's just see how he goes through. He's going through the house, and of course he is going to grab the medium health pack and start spamming all the way to the other side. The scout reaches the point relatively quickly as well.
They forgot to exec the config.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that is just gonna be a rollout warm-up for the teams. The config.
You can do that during pugs, but you can't do it during matches, guys.
Yeah. Right. So there we go. We are gonna start the match proper this time around. And yeah, we are gonna be live once again. I'm gonna follow Sir for his rollout this time around. Of course, the medic doing a good job of keeping their teammates overhealed. Devilman, of course, being the priority target before they make their way to mid. So Surf gonna do his same, you know, what the rollout we saw earlier on. Just just going to grab that medium health and can start spamming away once again. So both Devilmans reach the midpoint relatively about the same time. They are just going to resume and do what Devilmans do best, which is just left click and right click all the way. Joey going to be the first one to bite the dust though. That is going to be the scout down for the side of Fruit Salad. They are going to be at a number disadvantage. Slayer eating quite a lot of spam though. Going to be taken down to the double digits. But he's going to be backing out all the way through choke. And he is going to survive with that regen, bringing up to the healthy range once again. No game sense going back into the resup to get that health back up. So the mid fight, of course, does look like it went into steal your jobs. Went to them relatively quickly. Cookie getting a little bit too close to that sticky trap right there. Both medics will have that uber charge ready to go. So it's just a matter of pick pop or drop once again.
That mid fight, definitely Joey going down was the thing that noted. The entirety of Fruit Salad backing out immediately. They're not taking any risk because it is a match. So normally, I wouldn't say that Joey is the pocket scout, but he definitely takes less heals than Apple. So him going down means that they wouldn't want to be taking any fights. Right. We're gonna be seeing how Fruit Salad decides to take this because it is still fresh into the match. So I'm hoping that they will not pull a crescendo AMC and just stalemate for another 7 minutes.
Right, so midpoint currently still in the hands of Steal Your Job. You do see that little Korean Solly up top just spamming his rockets down, just trying to get some spam, but it's all fine anyway. Both teams, of course, at a little Mexican standoff, not too keen on pushing in and overcommitting. But at the moment, yeah, they're just trading spam and just waiting for each other.
Yeah, this is the part of TF2 where we just wait until someone makes a mistake or until the other team makes some amazing play and then they can go in.
Yep.
But so far, doesn't seem like any team's deciding to take much position. Destiny's spamming from the house, quite aggressive. He's gonna get taken down to 1 health, and that's gonna be the pick that might signal the push from Steal Your Job.
So huge number, especially in terms of damage. With Destiny going down, Joey gonna eat a lot of damage as well, but he goes back into the resup room. He's gonna be fine though. The medic, oh, there we go. Ubers are gonna be traded straight away on concrete. Both teams pop their Uber. The medic, of course, for the side of Steal Your Job. Morris gonna be a little bit low, but he's gonna be backing out all the way to the choke with the rest of his team. Joey gonna be at 14 health, gets finished off right outside the resup door. It does look like Spire is gonna go into the hands of Steal Your Job though. So contrary to predictions of, having a full-on roll for Fruit Salad, well, there is still hope though. Your predictions was going to be a 5-2, so this could probably be one of those two, but it doesn't matter. With Steal Your Job, are going to lose all their players right there. That is going to be a huge blow to their momentum. It does look like, Fruit Salad, they are going to grab that Spire once again while they slowly inch their way forward onto the midpoint.
Yeah, Steal Your Job got a little bit greedy there. They decided to push in, I think they decided to push a few players into lobby, then all of them were all over the place. And it was just up to Fruit Salad to pick up those players that were separated from the combo. So it ended up being a unsuccessful Uber trade. And we're going to be seeing Steal Your Job backing out of the mid fight here. They don't want to take a fight when the enemy medic is already at 100% Uber charge.
Oh, that's right. Of course, Destiny spots the medic, but he's just not able to get those rockets to connect together with the medic. So Maurice, of course, is going to survive with that lovely 67 charge on the hand. Going to get his Uber charge up as soon as possible before Slayer.
I want to see Fruit Salad pushing here. They should really be aggressing right now. They had Uber advantage for the longest time, but it's slowly dwindling away.
Yeah, the more they delay, the more time Maurice has to get that Uber up and ready to go. It doesn't look like they intend to push in though. Destiny slowly inching his way forward together with the medic onto Inspire. Scout eats a rocket directly to his face right there. He's going to be fine though. Taken down to 1 health. He's going to back up to get that medium health back inside the lower lobby. A little bit of sticky trap set right outside Shadow on concrete gets him down once again. Of course, he is going to be able to back out successfully, but no, the other side of Fruit Salad, they do lose 3 players right now. Joey Apples as well as no games, and then Fruit Surf goes down as well. That is going to be pretty dangerous for them. They are going to be hanging back as well. Yet to catch a Spire, the Scout of course has his sights onto Slayer, just tossing out some scatter shots, peppering them. But,
I don't know what triggered this situation, but this is a terrible place to be. Slayer and Destiny are caught behind. They are gonna have to back, but that's really
that is the
nothing
Uber
they
ending
can
for
do.
the side of Fruit Salad. Of course, players of Steal Your Job still going strong. They have their full roster up in the front lines. Cookie going toe-to-toe against Slayer at the moment. Whips out the pistol, trying to finish the job. The arrow coming in from the medic as well, but Slayer gets away successfully, getting that medium health back and living to see another day. So Steal Your Job players, they do lose Maurice though. That is going to be no charge and no heals for their side.
Apples jumped in from Patio. No one went through the clear house apparently, and he was able to land 3 shots on the medic. Fantastic. Able to actually put his yeah, actually put his team at the advantage. So they're going to be pushing up here. I do believe that they should actually be trying to take Spire away from the enemy since they don't have heals.
Yep, they are going to back out to, the players will steal your job, are going to back out to mid because they don't intend to contest that mid fight. But Slayer, of course, currently at 23 with Maurice at 24, so relatively equal Ubers right now. Fruit Salad players are going to be hanging a little bit far back, not too keen on committing anything yet, with Destiny only spawning in right now. Of course, they are just going to continue trading that spam at choke with steal your job players just hanging around on mid. Cookie, of course, going to start building his Uber charge together with Maurice, get that charge up as soon as possible to try and get any sort of Uber ad before Slayer gets his up. Of course, that's what Slayer's doing the exact same thing, so it does look like both medics will be able to have that Uber charge relatively equal.
At this point, it's all about the perception that the players have on whether they do have the advantage or not. I think that Steal Your Job believes that they have the descent because their medic went down. That's why they're holding so passively. But now they're going to be moving up since both teams do have Uber. No Game Sense is actually in-house. I think he's looking for a play onto the medic. He gets spotted out by the soldier.
Cookie does spot No Game Sense inside the house, though. He does try to toss out a couple of rockets, getting some damage down onto the Korean Solly, but he is going to be fine. We do see Bush jumping around onto the balcony, just trying to trade some damage together with Joey down below. Of course, the Fruit
that
Salad
Korean Solly is actually Banana.
Banana, right, yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, his name is Banana, for future
Panana.
reference.
That's right, so Panana from Steal Your Job.
Banana.
Banana. Right.
I don't know. I don't know. But we've got Destiny pushing that house really aggressively. Ooh. He almost gets picked up. He was 150 health. That's still quite low for a soldier. He could get 2-shot by a scout. Indeed. That's very scary.
He's going to back out to get re-healed up by Slayer. So both teams are trying to keep their players up and healthy and overhealed, almost try to get them up all the time. Slayer going to do a very good job of that, as will Maurice. Both teams, of course, still holding on to that Uber on hand. Not too keen on popping it in, overcommitting or overcommitting to anything at all. Both teams holding relatively passively at the moment. 22 minutes and 42 seconds counting down. Both teams, of course, yet to have that final point capture. So it's just a Mexican standoff at the moment.
I'm happy. At least they didn't do it for 7 minutes straight. They've been pushing back and forth.
That's
like
true.
now it really is up to one team to make the mistake. We've got Destiny spamming into the house.
Huge
the exact perfect moment to spam into the house.
Destiny.
Joey baiting them in.
Wow,
excellent place. They're going to be walking in here. Definitely can take mid. I don't think Maurice is going to be.
Oh, he drops the Uber! It's going to be, oh wow, full wipe coming out from Fruit Salad. They are going to push forward extremely strongly. Midpoint will definitely go into their hands, pushing forward all the way. Spire already a scout standing on it. Destiny pushing forward through the lower lobby of the final point. So very, very strong aggression coming out from Fruit Salad with that picks coming up from Destiny. Definitely opening a door for them to push in. They do have that full Uber, so they can just walk in, and they do indeed. They do have a level 1 sentry up at the moment on the top left side outside spawn. Uber, of course, not going to be able to do much. The only thing they take down is the sentry, and that is going to be the final point push effectively negated. Banana and Cookie get taken down. That is going to be Bush going down as well. 3 players currently up for the side of Steal Your Job. Medic trying his best to defend it on his own down below. Conma, the only one up inside spawn, but it doesn't matter. The final point goes in the hands of Fruit Salad.
That was something else. It really... Oh, apparently people are complaining the server's lag, but unfortunately it really came down to the fact that Maurice dropped his Uber. That's why Fruit Salad were able to take the roll all the way to last. If he had popped there, they would have been able to try and hold fire, try and force out the enemy medic Uber. But anyway, we're going into the second mid.
Yep, mid fight is going to be underway. Steal Your Job players are going to try to bomb to gain as much ground as possible. Surf eating quite a lot of damage, getting taken down to the double digits once again. The medic is doing a very good job of re-healing back up. Maurice gets taken down though. No Game Sense with the extremely lovely bomb taking him down. That is going to be 0 heals and 0 charge for the side of well, it doesn't matter. Slayer gets taken down as well. Good job coming up from Cookies, just sneaking around behind them and just picking off 2 players. Joey going to try to go toe-to-toe against the scout. I think he does take him down successfully, but he will be finished off by Bush. And it doesn't matter when the entirety of Steal Your Job gets taken down. But they do trade together with Slayer though, so that is going to be a very, very slight and tiny Uber ad into the hands of Maurice.
Yeah, Steal Your Job could have won that mid fight there if they'd been playing around each other more, but they decided that, well, they didn't. I guess they got split up during the mid fight, so they weren't. They sort of were unable to, pick up the frags together because this is Team Fortress 2. It's not Solo Fortress. Probably should be taking
very
1v1s all over the place.
Yep. So it does. Yep.
It's actually surprising to me right now that Fruit Salad, the way they've been playing, would actually be trying to take Spire. They're just spamming back and forth. Apples is the first to go down, so do believe that Steal Your Job should be putting out some aggression here.
They do intend to try to push forward to contest some grounds. Serve just tossing out his spam onto the demo man. Does get a couple of lovely shots down. Destiny still in the front lines, going toe-to-toe against everyone. Finally gets singled out and destroyed. There is going to be 3 players down with Apples just spawning in right now. Mid-fight, of course, is going to go underway once again. They do have that number at, and they want to capitalize on it. Bush is going to be down. Conma getting taken down really low as well. Cookie going to make his way onto the point and just watching behind, make sure nobody flanks around there. Banana going to be in the house, just spamming some rockets down, and they do get the midpoint relatively successfully.
Yeah, with that pick, they're definitely going to try something onto the medic. It's even situation once again. So they're going to be pushing in straight to resub here. They've actually backed out the enemy team far away, like all the way into lobby.
Joey coming out behind Imori. He gets a couple of lovely scatter shots down. But Imori is of course going to be able to back out successfully. Joey still at the front line is going to get that back spawn and go move back. Doesn't look like they trade Ubers though, so I think Slayer was forced. And Imori just pops his Uber to counter that. So there we go, both teams.
Yeah, it's not a terrible situation to be in. I mean, they did manage to like properly force out the Uber and then back out to last. So they have the potential like to even it out, see where this takes us again.
Yep, so both Ubers are going to be equal right now. Surf, of course, going to start spamming the stickies onto the point of the turn. He capturing from going down. Both teams, of course, they want to wait for their Uber charge. We do see Cookie building it together with his medic, whereas the other side, Joey and Apples just hanging around with Slayer, just building it with the Devilman. Apples finally whips out that little sword to start damaging himself. And Uber is going to be a very, very slight advantage in the hands of Maurice, though. 86 going up against 74 for the side of Fruit Salad. So if they want to push in with this, they are going to have to capitalize on it. Joey going to off-class the sniper. What he wants to do is get that fabled pick down onto the medic.
They probably weren't gonna push it because they didn't know that they had a slight advantage. They were just gonna assume that it was even.
Yep.
So it's just a spam fest right now. Again, waiting for players to make mistakes. I don't think we've got any off. We have Joey on sniper. He's gonna be aiming down the main. So you know, just waiting for that pick. Destiny is actually trying to bait someone in to aggress him and get killed by the sniper. So.
No game sense. Eats quite a lot of damage. He's going to be taken out to 8 health, but he does manage to somehow survive, backing out into resub once again. So if they got that pick down to no game sense, that would have been a pretty sizable number ad, and they probably would have pushed in with that. So Joey currently still on the sniper off class, just wanting to get that medic headshot. Oh, he does not get that headshot to connect together with the Soul.
Not able to find anything.
He's gonna go back.
The thing about Sniper is that like it's down to him to do anything to make this
definitely
not turn into a stalemate, and he actually does get off Sniper. So.
Oh, Banana!
Whoa.
Banana gonna get singled out though, eating lots of damage, but he's not gonna go down. He managed to reunite together with his medic and get those heals back up. So very, very close right there. Currently no off-classing for either side at the moment. Fruit Salad, of course, still holding on to the Liver Charge, as will Steal Your Job. Just trying to keep their teammates all buffed up. They are going to be holding a little bit far back though onto the battlements, with Fruit Salad, of course, just hanging around the top right of their spawn. No Game Sense going to be the one on Sniper this time around.
Push going in for a
there we go. Uber gets popped though.
Wait, what?
Oh, Uber gets forced, I believe. So that is going to be the Uber gone for Fruit Salad. This is going to be a huge opportunity for Steal Your Job.
Not good.
But they're not too keen on pushing in at the moment, though. Slowly.
Yeah, they want to be able
there we
to
go.
all
Banana gets Uber popped through, but they do have an off-class Pyro. No Game Sense doing a very good job of the Uber denial. Finally gets taken down. The medic going to be jumping all the way back into spawn. And that is the Uber effectively gone. Fruit Salad going to take down multiple players. Bush and Banana. The Bush, the only one up at the moment. Just a big shame that Uber push. Just absolutely denied by No Game Sense Pyro. But Bush is going to slowly inch his way onto the point by getting air-shotted by Destiny. So that's Destiny right there doing a very good job of defending the point for his team.
That was on Maurice. They popped the Uber, but Conma got dropped during it, so they weren't able to like bait the point, put stickies there because you know you don't have a demo. There's no one else that can trap the area. We're gonna actually be seeing. I don't know about this. Well. Steal Your Job is actually trying the defense fire. They are actually successful in picking up Destiny, so that's going to be an excellent pick right there. And they're getting spammed out of the lobby. I believe that
Cookie going to be off-classing the sniper this time around. So that is going to be one off-class for the side of Steal Your Job. Joey going to be a little bit low, taking down to 5-4 health. Going to slowly back out to resub once again. So getting healed up by his medic. Apples is going to be the first one to get taken down. Both teams going to have the Uber on charge very, very shortly. Mori's going to have his up right as we speak. So we are going to have a sniper for the side of Steal Your Job. Cookie Gonna be a sniper gonna rotate around, and it does look like Maurice pops his uber charge, so that is gonna be Conma as well as Banana being flashed around. Banana gonna try to chase down Joey behind that capture point, but there we go. The uber gets popped onto the fruit salad players. And they are going to have that counter push once again. Cookie getting taken out. Bush, Banana, K3 getting taken out. The only people up being Conma as well. Maurice Noob getting taken out of 1 health. He's going to be finally finished off by Destiny inside that lower lobby. So that is pretty much a full wipe.
Yeah, it was a very, very questionable decision by SteelJob to actually push that right side. Because when both teams have Uber charge, you need to make the other person pop the Uber as fast as possible so that you can have an even fight. But they decided to put push the right side, and the enemy combo wasn't there. So they basically did nothing with their Uber.
Big shame. So Spire is going to go back into the hands of Fruit Salad. They are going to be able to hold really close to choke. Of course, they do have a very slight Uber at 53 going up against 35 on the side of Steel's job. Destiny just peeking through house, just tossing out some rockets, trying to get some damage done. Both teams, of course, just keeping their players up and healthy. It does look like the side of Steal Your Job are going to try to build up that charge as soon as possible together with the Boston Basher. And yeah, they are going to be catching up that Uber charge, so they should be able to for anything that goes down.
Yep. They hold very passively. They're actually holding quite passively considering that the Evas are even. But they're going to be moving up now.
There we go. So Ubers are going to be equal and ready to go. It does look like Fruit Salad are going to slowly inch their way forward to a choke. We do have a sniper once again. Cookie currently still on sniper. I'm going to try to see if I can get him on the camera. There we go. So Cookie just watching the valley side, making sure nobody comes up from there. Don't have any off-casting for the side of Fruit Salad at the moment. Cookie just hanging around. He does spot Joey inside the valley, but the shot's just not connecting at the moment.
It's a very familiar situation. I think we've been here at least 3 times. But anyway, you know,
Solly bomb coming in though. There is going to be a Solly jumping in. Bush gets the force. Lovely force coming in from Bush. So that is going to be the Uber going for the side of Fruit Salad. They have no choice but to slowly inch their way forward, but they are going to back out because they know that Steal Your Job still has that Uber charge on hand, ready to go. And they pop it though, despite the Fruit Salad players being really far off behind. But midpoint they're gonna try to recapture midpoint together with a Solly no game sense as well as the scout currently under the point. Now that gets finished off with an arrow coming out from Slayer. Lovely shots coming out indeed. Steal Your Job, trying to finish off, do the cleanup. He does. Bush singles out the medic. That is gonna be Slayer down. So once again, Maurice Snoop with that relatively sizable Uber ad.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what really happened, but I do believe it was a good play by the soldier and the scout to go behind, because players were getting dropped all over the place. I don't even think that Steal Your Job had any scouts at all, because they had a sniper, and K3 got picked because he got cornered. So it was a pretty bad situation for Steal Your Job.
Destiny gets destroyed midair. Tries to get the pick down onto the medic. Maurice, of course, still up and well. And no game sense with a mid-air air shot. He'll be finished off by Steel's K3 scatter shot right there. So nice try coming up from no game sense. Trying to take down the Solly as well as the medic right there. But to no avail. Good try. Oh, K3 standing on all those sticky traps. Somehow lives to see another day. Gotta back out into reset to get his health back up into the healthy range. Surf is setting up more traps at the house, making sure nobody comes in from there. Both teams, of course, Maurice has that lovely Uber charge on hand. It does look like they intend to slowly inch their way forward to capture some territory. Okay, it does look like, there we go, Uber is going to be popped. And Steel and the rest of the Steel Job players are going to slowly push onto the point. It does look like they will be able to capture this point. But Fruit Salad, 93, 94, and counting. They are going to have that charge to counter push anytime. But it doesn't look like they're ready to commit to anything as of yet. Just trying to get into position before they commit to anything.
Yeah, it's a classic leapfrog situation. The best that Steal Your Job can hope for is this one is just to get the overcharge up as fast as possible and kite whatever Fruit Salad throws at them. We're gonna be seeing Fruit Salad pushing in. Destiny getting picked up by the sticky trap.
Lovely pick coming out. So Apple's going to try to push the players all the way back through Cho. Does so relatively successfully. Uber gets popped onto Joey this time around. He does finish off Bush, so that is going to be the midpoint going back into the hands of Fruit Salad. But Uber, of course, is going to be up and ready for Steal Your Job. Banana going to be jumping in shiny as hell. Going to try to get that med pick. He's going to be jumping around and falling under the bridge. Getting toe-to-toe against No Game Sense. Shoots the pillar to damage himself. Whips out his melee weapon, but he gets finished off by No Game Sense at 29 health. So no game sense lives through that fight right there. Midpoint will go back into the hands of Steal Your Job, but Ubers are going to be relatively equal. 59 going against 41 for the side of Steal Your Job. What was that push though?
It was actually a good decision by Steal Your Job to actually pop up the Uber the second the enemy team's Uber. Like they got it swapped so fast that the advantages just evened out. So now Steal Your Job is going to be able to push this point with only like a slight reset. You do have them playing super aggressively into the enemy that still does have Uber sooner than them though, so that's definitely questionable right there because all their players
lots of players are going to be going down. Destiny wants to get that medic pick before they can get the Uber at 95%. But Maurice going to take it down to the double digits. He's going to be able to somehow back out. And Banana with a lovely air shot taking down Apples. He does protect his medic very, very well indeed. That Uber is going to be ready to go, but they don't have any players near them at the moment.
Was quite the rocket right there.
Oh, Uber gets forced. There we go. Bush takes himself out with a rocket jump, so that's a very interesting shot right there. Banana all the way in the front lines gets abandoned by his medic. The medic running all the way back to concrete. Link up with the scout once again, and Banana turns around and saw himself being left alone, backs up towards concrete as well. So Ubers of course slide out into the hands of Slayer once again, and does look like Steal Your Job are going to slowly flood onto the point to recapture.
That was a really scrappy fight. I wasn't even sure what was happening there. It felt like Fruit Salad's players was just all over the place, and there was a lot of miscommunication, and they all decided to go in at once. So well, it did work out. They did manage to force the Uber, but I don't think it worked out as well. Like, it should have worked out a lot better if they had just consistently pushed together.
So Slayer is going to have that Uber charge ready to go. 91% for the side of Steal Your Job, keeping all his players up and over healed. So that is going to be something that the Fruit Salad players have to look out for. Lots of green numbers on the left side of the screen. Slayer going to have his Uber charge ready to go. Going to be watching the front together with Surf. But Joey and K3 get taken down. Maurice is going to get forced though, so that is going to be the Uber gone for the side of Steal Your Job. That is something that Fruit Salad has to play with. Banana going to be all the way behind. The Fruit Salad player is going to get finished off by Apples, chasing him all the way behind. So, oh, what is going on with the server indeed?
What?
What? What? Someone joined the server?
Unbelievable.
What?
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why you should always play your matches in AF servers. I am not even sure I'm pretty sure Skylin came in and I don't know, it messed with something.
Screwed up with the config or God knows what. So no idea what's going on right now as of at the moment. Ooh, air shots coming up from Surf. But yeah, the score at that moment in time was 1-0. Wasn't really paying attention to the time remaining on the server, so not too sure what the teams are going to do about it at the moment. 7:36, I believe, that's what they're saying. 10 minutes left on the server time. But well, in the meantime, while they sort out the configs and everything else, could you give us a quick review of what went down for the past, I don't know, 20 or so minutes?
It was a really even game, like much more even than I thought it would be, and they're just trading Ubers back and forth. Both teams weren't making a huge amount of mistakes, but there were definitely some questionable plays from both sides, especially on the side of Steal Your Job. I just can't get the image of them pushing right with Uber into literally no one.
Right.
So that like actually cost them around. So.
Yep, so it does look like, I mean, evenly matched games, of course, very, very lovely. Of course, at the moment in time, Fruit Salad does have that 1 point upper hand. Not too sure what they're trying to do as of right now. Yeah, it does look like they're coming to a compromise where they just continue playing. I believe there was about 10 or so minutes left on the server clock. They have agreed to give Fruit Salad that deserved 1 point up advantage. So I believe they're just gonna restart the configs and play well for 10 minutes basically.
Yeah, players just handling out the issues. That was really weird. I mean, they can't run it. I would recommend. They're saying that they're gonna run it down to 10 minutes mutual agreement. So. That's good. That's good. We've got the players discussing how they're gonna continue the match. Yeah, I don't know. That was just really weird that the server would just do that all of a sudden. Feels like someone might have called a vote on accident and then changed the config.
Yeah, it hasn't. I haven't actually seen this happen before or any time at all actually.
Yeah, but the way the game is running down, in terms of positioning on all that, I do think Fruit Salad is still going to win, but I'm thinking that there might be a tiebreaker because, well, Steal Your Job are showing that they're not really slouching. They're trying their best. They're doing pretty well at it. So I do believe that they might be able to pick this one up and take it into a golden cap.
So fingers crossed we get to see a golden cap. Of course, golden caps are very, very exciting, especially when I believe was it the Wine and Fruit Salad match. There was a golden cap as well where they just pushed in and pretty much dominated mid-fight, and Full Uber pushed to last. So who knows? We might see that. We might see another close fight. Golden caps, of course, don't have any time limit, and that is going to be very, very interesting if we do get pushed into a golden cap. And yeah, once again, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. Tonight we have the Division 2 lower bracket semi-finals where Fruit Salad is going to go up against Steal Your Job for their placing into the grand finals or getting pushed down into third place. So we have a lot riding on tonight's maps. Currently the one winning is going to be Fruit Salad with 1.0. Just a technical hiccup that happened when just everything got reset. So the teams of course have come to a compromise where they will just maintain that 1-0 score and they just play the timer down for 10 minutes because that was the remaining time, I believe. So Steal Your Job of course have been doing a pretty good job, definitely proving that they're placing inside, heading towards the grand finals, that they deserve that spot. Fruit Salad of course standing strong as well, standing in the way of Steal Your Job. They have been doing very well, as has Steal Your Job. So just waiting on both teams to get everything sorted out, and then we can start the remaining 10 minutes, I believe.
In my opinion, both teams have been quite kind of even DM-wise. I still say that Fruit Salad does have the advantage in that, but the way it really is just both teams capitalizing on each other's mistakes. So far they've both been effective. It isn't a game where one mistake is made and then the other team just makes an even worse mistake. So it's a good game of TF2 to watch, I would say. But we'll keep it going and hopefully see a golden cap, because those are always fantastic to watch.
Oh, definitely golden caps. Caster's dream. Caster's dreams are golden caps, of course. And it does look like they are going to be doing some technical changes.
Yeah, because there's only a minute and 48 seconds left in the round timer technically, so they have to restart the server, I believe, and then play down to 20 minutes left in the game.
Yep, so just waiting.
So the compromise here is that they want to play about 10 minutes left because there was about 8 minutes on the clock before the incident happened, and so they're going to be trying to reset the timer and just play until 20 minutes, and then whoever has the point advantage in that time.
Yep, so currently this score is still 1-0 in favor of Fruit Salad. The remaining 10 minutes will be what the Steal Your Job players have to work with if they want to tie the match, or, well, who knows, even take the map. So, of course, just waiting on everything to get sorted out. They're probably just waiting for the timer to tick down before they can restart the server automatically. But yeah, just waiting on the teams to get everything sorted out, and then we can start what's remaining of the map.
Yeah, trying to get some verbal agreement from them. This is okay because this is a situation I've not had to do.
Yep.
Alright then. Let us go into the video game. Let us begin.
Yep, does look like they're getting the config set up once again. Okay, when everyone is ready and agreed, we can continue. Very, very lovely. So we are going to be ready and geared to go soon, I believe. Such a big tease with the announcer counting down. Everyone is just getting ready up for their team. So Does look like everything is reset and ready to go. It's just a matter of reading up, and there we go. The announcer going to start counting down once again. 10 minutes on the clock that Steal Your Job have to work with. Once again, I'm going to follow Conma for his rollout this time around.
Yep. Gonna be seeing, so far the mid fights have been fairly even. I do believe that Steal Your Job did lose both of them, but it wasn't like they got rolled out of it. Wait, they won the first one and then they lost the second one. But in any case, we've got Kama pushing Sticky. They're opting to push this right side. Early aggression coming in, but it's gonna get shut down from Fruit Salad. This is gonna be forcing this is definitely going to be forcing them out of it. They just lost 3 players. Definitely. Jumping into that right side.
Nogames is going to chase him all the way down onto Concrete, trying to toss out all his damage, but he's going to get single length finished out by Shoma and Cookie working together. Both medics of course do manage to survive, so they will have that very, very lovely Uber charge on hand. Maurice at a lovely 92 and Slayer at 85, catching up very, very soon. So the Fruit Salad players are going to be pushing all the way to last, setting up all their traps already. The scout right there just jumping around, just trying to get some shots down. He's going to back out to reunite with his teammates inside resub. So Spire will go into the hands of Fruit Salad once again. Both teams do have that Uber charge ready to go, so it's just a matter of who makes the mistakes first.
Alright, it's even Ubers. We've got Sniper, we've got a Sniper up or Steal Your Job on K3 with it's this situation again, but they're just gonna hold. I'm going to bet that No Game Sense is going to try and make a play. Either that or K3 gets the first pick. But either way, it's going to be, I don't know. I would say that Fruit Salad would be the one to address the
K3
last
gets a
point.
massive headshot down, but it's just not enough to kill Joey. Joey taken down to 5 health. Will grab that health pack to bring him back up. He does spot the solid Destiny inside upper lobby, trying to keep his scope down the corridor, trying to get any pick he can at all. At the moment, of course, both medics standing at safe distances away from all the action, both still holding on to that Uber charge.
Cookie runs straight into the enemy medic and reveals that he is actually playing Spy, so that's not gonna be... you know what they say about Spy, if they know you're there, you're basically dead. Well, no, they don't say that, but...
Well, they could start saying that now. It's going to be a saying from now on. If you get spotted as a spy, you're basically dead. Of course, there are going to be sticky traps set up by Surf all the way inside upper lobby. He does, Cookie is going to get finished off right there. As you mentioned, Spies are going to be dead once they get found out. Destiny going to be walking around lower and upper lobby, and Uber gets popped onto Destiny. Uber is yet to be popped, and there we go. Finally gets popped on the side of Steal Your Job. Destiny intending to stand onto the point, but the sticky traps, man, right there onto the point. He is going to get finished off. Surf going to be taken down to the double digits, down to 14. Just reuniting with his medic to get healed up once again. Apple's going to try to get some damage down. He's going to back out through upper lobby.
Joey did push the flank aggressively at the same time that the Ubers were popped off, so I was think he was going for a distraction play, but I don't think Fruit Salad were able to pop off the Uber. And it just ended up into a situation where it's just equalized, it turns into a DM fight, just see who can land the better rockets. We've got Banana defending this fire area here, misses the air shot, but he's taken down solo. And with Conma down, I don't think that Steal Your Job should be contesting this anymore. They don't have the demo.
The last point, Joey tries to get the backup. Apple's currently slowly making his way back, but he doesn't know that Bush is standing up top inside the point, just hanging up there. Of course, it doesn't look like Steal Your Job players are intending to push in. No Game Sense already going to jump up top, getting shots down into both Solly's trades with Bush right there. Destiny together with his medic. Both medics currently still have that Uber charge ready to go once again. So both teams do have one player down. No Game Sense, of course, the damage dealer. Solly going to be down. Bush going to be spawning in 8 seconds. So it's very, very slight number out, but No Game Sense yet to reach the front lines.
These sticky traps are actually beautifully coordinated, but I don't think I've ever seen... I have never seen someone from Steal Your Job actually push out that far through main lobby. We've got K3 going down on Sniper, pushing a bit too aggressively and getting spammed out for a shovel. Uber's gonna be popped up.
Joey drops, Apple drops as well, so that is gonna be 2 players down from the side of Fruit Salad, and the body blocking and just spamming out the damage onto each other. Destiny trying to get the shots down onto the Uber couple. The medic gets finished off though. That is gonna be Slayer down. Destiny trying to go toe to toe against the Banana is gonna back out in the end. So Banana does take down Surf as well. Destiny gonna be inside lower lobby trying to grab that medium health pack. grabs it, brings his health back up to 130. He is still trying to contest this point, but he is going to get finished off by Conma and K3 working together. Spire with Cookie standing on it, captures it for his team. That is going to give Studio Job some breathing room.
We've got the two soldiers trading at last. No games trying to go for a backup, but eventually going down. And we do have Studio Job pushing this point extremely aggressively, as they should be. They do have a two-man number advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Surf, of course, dies to the laws of gravity right there. So Studio Job going to grab that midpoint. Currently, there's 4 minutes and 48 seconds counting down. We are going to be playing to the 20-minute mark. So Studio Job, if they want to tie this match, they have to do something, and they have to do it now. 4 minutes to capture Spire as well as the final point. They are going to try to stand on the point. No game sense going to be a sniper, but backing out into lower level to get that medium health back. A little bit of a lagging coming out for No Game Sense though. So Spire yet to be captured.
Cookie did get kind of destroyed by Destiny, juggled upward and then get SS shot. So they're not going to be able to have a scout on Spire anytime soon, but they do take it. And they're going to be moving into lobby. They still have uber advantage, and players from, I don't know, this is bad because players from Fruit Salad are just going down left and right now. This is the last thing they need. They don't have the uber charger. It's 95%.
They're going to have his uber up very, very shortly though. They are going to try to contest this point, and there we go. They finally get the uber charger. It gets popped onto as many people as possible. Surf going to try to get some damage out onto people. But, oh, there we go. The Demo Man, but the tactical pause. The moment the Demo Man walks onto the point, No Game Sense. No Game Sense gets disconnected. He was lagging pretty badly earlier on. So from the perspective of Surf at the moment, if he wants to defend that final point, he's going to have to pull off some lovely shots down onto Conma, who is currently standing on the point. And of course, as we all know, Badlands is notorious for very, very fast last point captures. But we do have Slayer at 40 health and Surf at 137, staring at Conma on the point at the moment. Joey and Apples, of course, are going to be inside spawn. Joey making his way out, but he is going to be very, very low at 23. The rest of the Steal Your Job players, though, from my perspective, I can't see where they are. Cookies, Maurice, as well as Banana, probably behind where upper or lower lobby, probably.
Yeah, I would say actually that the clutch situation right now is actually going to be in the hands of Conma, because he has to kill 2 people in order to cap that point.
So just, I think they're waiting for No Game Sense to reconnect.
Yeah.
In the meantime, yeah, it's all up to Conma. If he can take down both Slayer as well as Surf, that is going to be huge for him, and of course his team. Then
yeah, because
yep,
all of Fruit Salad is already up. Like, it's just Destiny at 11 seconds. I think there are fights happening all over the place. We're stuck on Surf's point of view. They're gonna be, but there are probably fights happening in the back. So if Conma manages to pick up 2 of these players, like he has to hit 3 pipes exactly.
Oh yes.
The game's basically over.
So that is going to be a very, very interesting play the moment the game gets unpaused. Of course, during the pause, all the players have time to plan what they intend to do. So I really, really want to know what's going through Conma's head right now. And there we go. The game is going to be unpaused. Conma backs off from the point, though. A very lovely arrow coming in. Slayer does get finished off. No Game Sense going to be spawning in, making his way towards the front lines, tossing out some lovely rockets. Surf, of course, tossing out those traps as well. So a very, very successful defense for the side of Fruit Salad. Currently, still your job players are going to be spawning in and coming to the front line. Bush going to single out Surf and finish him off right there. Bush going to be standing on the point to capture for his team. That is going to be the next point going to the hands of Steal Your Job.
I wanted Conma to land all 3 pipes, but I guess it was a better decision to back away because, he's kind of the demo. He doesn't have short-ranged options.
So 3 minutes and 10 seconds counting down. There is a pretty high chance we will be moving into a golden cap. The scores are going to be tied 1-1. Mid-fight is going to go underway. Surf doing a very good job of doing what he does best, sending all those pipes and stickies everywhere. And No Game Sense being the first one to take him down. K3 and Bush follow shortly after, hand in hand to Heaven. Joey, of course, wants in on that action and joins them. And lots of frags coming out though. Fruit Salad losing lots of players. Slayer and Surf going to be the only ones alive, backing up all the way to last once again.
The aggression from the soldiers of the double aggression from the soldiers of Steal Your Job was just better timed, like going up against No Game Sense who jumped in technically alone.
Oh yeah.
All the players just went down for Fruit Salad. So, it really is an even situation again. So it's up to I don't
it's
know.
up to Stu
They're gonna
Job.
hold this down.
There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. If they can do anything on this last point, they might actually take the first map. But both medics, of course, will have the Uber charge ready to go. Surf with his traps all the way onto the point already. Just negating any potential pushes coming in, probably. Joey going to inch his way forward into upper wall to try to peek out. We will have Apples as a sniper for the off-classing side of Fruit Salad. But he's going to be finished off by Maurice and Bush coming in from down below towards the flank. They are going to try to push in to take down as many people as possible. Bush gets the Uber popped onto himself. Destiny gets singled out, but the Uber is going to finally get popped for the side of Fruit Salad. They are going to be 3 players down, while the rest of Studio Job are going to be all up at the moment. It doesn't look like Studio Job want to contest this though. Bush going to be spamming out his rockets down onto Destiny. He will get finished off. They're going to stand onto the point though. Fruit Salad Surf's just standing up there on the point. No Game Sense coming out as the Pyro, and they successfully negate that push.
Play.
Oh my goodness, that could have been the map into the hands of Studio Job, but they just lost all their players when Fruit Salad just popped that Uber.
It's 1 minute left. Like, if Studio Job wants to do anything with this and not put it into but Maurice gets taken down by Surf slamming pipe from the Grey Bridge.
Joey's gonna get finished off as well. Apples and Surf are gonna be finished off. Lots of spam being traded. No Game Sense finally getting taken down as well. The only players are being Destiny as well as Slayer. 55 seconds left on the clock. What they need to do is they have, well, whatever it is they need to do, they have to do it. And they only have a huge number advantage. Banana gonna inch his way forward onto the point. Gonna stand on it together with the scout, and doesn't look like they're gonna get the first map.
What?
Wow. Wow.
The hyper aggression coming out at the last second.
Wow.
That's too much for Fruit Salad to handle.
30 seconds left on the clock. I don't think there's anything Fruit Salad can do to tie this game. It does look like the first map is going to go into the hands of Steal Your Job.
Completely against my prediction, I might add.
Against the predictions indeed. Wow.
I couldn't have gone wrong.
Coming up from Studio Job, man, they really want that grand finals placement, so they're just going to be spamming at each other, and the timer is going to count down. 5 seconds left on the clock. It's not going to matter anymore. The first map is going to go into the hands of Studio Job.
Okay, I don't want to be a nitpicker. I don't want to be a nitpicker or anything, but I'm just saying that if Fruit Salad had insisted that it run down to 8 minutes, this wouldn't have happened. Like because Studio Job literally kept it in the last 2 minutes.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they kept it, and there was like what 40 seconds left on the clock. Wow. So the next map is going to be Snake Water. So that is going to be the map change going down. Just waiting for the players to join the server, and then yeah. So take us through what just went down.
It's difficult to describe, but I just think that at the end of the day, Fruit Salad just couldn't pull themselves together to hold off the enemy team for the last few minutes. Like they technically had all the advantages in that last hold. Like they could have just spammed them out, waited for them. But the hyper aggression, I think the Studio Job hyper aggression just was too surprising.
Oh yeah.
And then they pushed in straight in. And in terms of the whole map, it was basically like Studio Job was making less mistakes and taking advantage of Fruit Salad's mistakes a lot more than Fruit Salad could capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, even though Fruit Salad popped their Uber at the end to defend the point, you know, they popped it like way after Studio Job popped theirs, and you know, they just kited that Uber and they waited for it to end, and they just came back in with that aggression, and they just picked off everyone one by one, and just captured that point. So huge plays coming up from Studio Job. Congratulations to them for taking the first map.
Yeah, I want to say I can't really get it. Like I can't really put all the pieces together, but based on like the small things I've been able to see, just in general, Studio Job's Uber game has been a lot better, because every time I see Fruit Salad get a better Uber, they've just been unable to do anything with it and sort of, you know, die altogether all at once.
Yep, so I think it was a pretty good idea for Studio Job to come in from the bottom left. You know, the flank is still coming in from the main or upper lobby, where, you know, all the players from Fruit Salad were actually keeping an eye out for. And then the moment they actually came in, they took down 2 players off the bat, and that is straight away a huge number advantage for their team. Of course, that probably the thing that you know, allowed them to cause some havoc among the ranks of Fruit Salad, and finally allowing them to capture that final point as well.
Yeah, we're going to be going into Snake Water U10, a map that, the mids are definitely, the mids have a lot of opportunity for soldier bombs, and based on what I've seen, the aggression from at mid fights from the soldiers of Steel Drop has been much better. So I'm hoping to see some exciting mid fight action.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Snake Water, man. Snake Water, of course, mid fights are a huge deal. We've quite a lot of upper ground to take a hold of. Places where scouts can run around, flank through kitchen and whatnot. So lots of spam, of course, will be traded, lots of rocket jumping, and possibly even some lovely air shots going down. We'll just have to wait for all the players to make their way into the server, just waiting for that final player to join in, I believe, and then we can start the match proper.
Fruit Salad really have to win this map, and they're gonna have to play it right. Like, Fruit Salad does have the potential to win. I don't believe that they should technically be losing to they should not technically be losing to Steel Drop here, but Steel Drop is just playing better as a team and playing when they're more well when you're going up against a team that's more well coordinated. It's a QPs versus Nahali's flow situation, but QPs just, well, they got shredded to pieces during that season. So yeah, I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping to see a lot more coordination, because based on what I've seen, every time Joey goes in on the flank, he kind of gets a bit baited, and that's the last thing you want when you're going in on the flank. And I do recall at the last few minutes of the last game when friggin' in the last few minutes of the last game when Fruit Salad was holding the last point, Apples and I think Joey died together on the flank because they got spammed out. It's like they shouldn't be eating the same damage. Oh, we should be getting the lock.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Right, that's a very good point right there. Yeah, give me a sec, let me try to bring up the logs.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if we can get the locks.
Yeah, the logs are a little bit messed up because of it does look like there's some ulti-duo stats mixed up in there. We do see some 11k and 10k damage dealers where the teammates are not even correct teammates, but yeah, I don't think the logs are correct anyway. I haven't seen the Badlands one actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on my
it's probably because of everything got screwed up. Yeah, and they had to stop the match halfway, so well, no logs, I guess. But in terms of plays, yeah, I mean, still your job did have.
I don't think anyone's been burdening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone on Fruit Salad has been burdening. They've just been playing less together as a team. Like, each of the players on Fruit Salad has the ability to match up against Steel Drop, so it's definitely not a situation of them getting out of BM. It's just they're not playing as well. But hopefully Snake Water can change that. I don't know how Fruit Salad plays on Snake Water, but we'll see going into this third map. Hopefully we won't have it cut halfway again.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed once again. Please, no technical glitches. But yeah, if Fruit Salad wants to maintain in the running for the grand finals, they have to take this map. I mean, of course, we have seen them take the first point, the first map point earlier on in Badlands. So, they might actually pull through and just. Well, the first map could have been a wake-up call for them, then they finally pull their stuff together and push on through to get this map point and push us into the tiebreaker map, which is going to be CP Sunshine. Fingers crossed, of course, that's what I want to see. I want to see a map 3 Sunshine, of course, one of my personal favorite maps. Lots of flanking areas, big areas for scouts. It's always to fly and run around, so I want to see what both teams can do on that.
I just want to get this out of the way, but if it gets pushed to a third map, Sunshine is going to be a complete toss-up because no one screams Sunshine. Like,
that is so true.
I have not played Sunshine in approximately 2 months.
Oh snap!
Personally.
Right, so there we go. They are going to be live right now. Once again, I'm going to follow Surf for his rollout this time around. He's going to be the demo man for the side of Fruit Salad, just slowly making his way forward once again. Just going through the store. I'm going to grab that medium health pack before he makes his way to mid and start. There was spamming going down. Of course, midpoint is currently going to be up for grabs right now as we speak. The Devilman going to be spamming at each other. Of course, we do see the scouts already trying to grab the upper ground, try to take down the territory as much as possible. Apples being the first one to bite the dust. No game sense getting taken down really low, but the medic going to bring it back up into healthy range. Number out, of course, going into the hands of Steel Job with Destiny falling shortly after. So that is going to be Fruit Salad backing out all the way once again. The medic, of course, lives to see another day, holding on to that very, very lovely Uber charge. Aggressive bomb coming in from the Solis out of Steal Your Job, though. They are already going to be stacking on the next point right now. So, huge aggression coming in from Steal Your Job. Probably a huge morale boost earlier on. And wow.
The momentum is on fire.
Definitely on fire.
As I was wont to say.
Right.
We've
So
got them
go.
racing in on the right side.
Banana
They
going
have
in
not
straight
stopped at
away.
all.
They don't intend to slow down at all, not giving Fruit Salad any breathing room at all. Finally, the Uber gets popped for the side of Steal Your Job. Going to try to take down as many players as possible. Surf going to try to spam out damage onto the players of Steal Your Job. Slayer doing a very good job of staying alive. 3 players going down for the side of Steal Your Job, though. Banana getting taken down really low, finally getting finished off. Successful defense coming out from Fruit Salad in the end.
I really think that at that point it was just Steal Your Job staying in too long at last. The minute their Uber failed and they weren't able to get any picks, they should have started backing out. But they stayed in a long time to spam. They wanted to farm that damage, get that aggression, but unfortunately it really cost them the second point.
Yeah,
If they hadn't done that, they would be holding.
A little bit too
like
greedy
second.
right there. Just wanted to get that final point to get the first map, you know, the first point for the map. But in the end, they, like you said, they do lose not only that last point push, but the next point as well. So they are just going to be hanging back to get that Uber charge build up as fast as possible. Maurice with his charge full first. Slayer currently at 85, but he's going to get his charge up relatively shortly. 91% should be coming up very, very soon. No game sense going to be taken down a little bit low, but the medic going to heal him back up once again. Medic does eat some spam, but he's going to be fine. Now both teams of course still holding on to their Uber charge. Steal Your Job's Bush going to be flanking around, just keeping his eye out for people. Joey of course does spot him, tries to toss out some scatter shots, just deterring him from pushing in.
K3!
Wow! 1 health.
1 health. I think we've actually seen that happen 4 times like in the last few matches.
Yeah.
Like someone gets taken out of 1 health.
And they just survive somehow. So yeah, both teams of course still at a Mexican standoff once again, just spamming through those chokes, trying to get any picks at all. Currently no off classing for either side. You do see some sticky traps being set down by Surf at the staircase down from the Saw room. Both teams standing relatively passively away, and Megs of course standing very, very safely away from all the action. Joey going to be taken out a little bit low, but going to be healed up once again.
Yeah, it's... oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They did not load the config. Are you...
Wow.
This is
wow. Yeah, so there they go. They just popped the Uber to mess around once again. Yeah, so configs were not loaded. Nobody scored any points as of yet. We did see some pretty close rounds. Of course, full aggression coming in from Steal Your Job. When they reload the config once again, this could possibly be deja vu, you know, when Steal Your Job just goes all out aggression. They might pull off the same thing again, but this time with a successful push to last. But I don't know, Fruit Salad might be prepared for that.
well, we did ask for a longer game, and technically we got
yeah,
4
technically we
minutes
did get a
of
longer game, but not in the way that we wanted. Matches prolonged through not using config and not even you know, I don't know, just I have no idea. So yeah, just waiting for them to just get everything sorted out once again. But this time around, you know, with hindsight of how Badlands play through, do we have any predictions?
Yeah, I don't know. The aggression from Steal Your Job was just so strong, but I think that with the game coming up right now, like with Fruit Salad aware of how Steal Your Job is going to be playing this game. Yeah, I would say that I hope that they're prepared for it, but we'll see.
Yep. So match is going to be finally underway now.
Any more predictions that I make? And I might just put Fruit Salad into the ground.
Right, so yeah, there we go. Mid fight is gonna be on the way. Surf being the first one to the midpoint though. Gonna spam out his stickies all the way onto the top right. platform. The scouts are going to be up trying to get the upper ground, just spamming the shots down. Cookie going to be jumping around like a little scout should, just tossing out and peppering the entirety of the blue team. Going to get finished off by a mid-air sticky snipe. So lovely shots coming out from Surf right there, taking on two players, Cookie and Conma, with his pipes and stickies. So that is going to be a very, very sizable number advantage for the side of Fruit Salad. Surf going extremely deep and aggressive, trying to get the pick down onto the medic, does so successfully with the help of No Game Sense. That is a huge pick for Fruit Salad.
Yeah, definitely want to say that Fruit Salad played that mid so much better than the last one.
Oh,
Instead of
yes.
Slayer and Conma exchanging stickies, I mean, sorry, not Slayer, Surf and Conma exchanging stickies, Surf actually opted to stick out the scout on top, and that allowed the soldier aggression from Fruit Salad to come in and just clean up everyone. Also, Conma going down was less than optimal.
Right, so Fruit Salad players do have that full Uber ready to go, but they don't intend to commit to any push as of yet. Not too sure why.
Yeah, they should be going straight in right here. I guess they're just being careful about things.
Yep, so there we go. Destiny spots the medic, tries to get some shots off. Solly right there, eats quite a lot of spam, but he's got to be fine. Going to back out together with his medic. There we go. The fake Uber gets called out, and it gets forced though. Slayer gets forced, so that is going to be the Uber gone. What they have to do right now is they have to kill Maurice if they want to negate that Uber advantage. But of course, don't think they're too keen on pushing into the entirety of Steal Your Job. But they are currently 2 scouts down at the moment. Banana going to be watching right side as well as lower.
I actually do think it came down to Maurice calling out that he had Uber, even when he didn't. And that just slowed down the aggression from the enemy team. Like, Fruit Salad was like, oh, they have Uber. I don't think we want to push when they have Uber, but they actually didn't.
Despite them taking down Maurice earlier on, probably might have assumed that it was a crit screen. That's why they had that very, very early Uber. But I mean, even on a normal Uber would be scary. So Banana gonna try to take down the medic, but just tossing out some damage. Gets him really low. Logan's gonna be all the way behind, but he gets taken down by Cookie. So Cookie managed to get back in time, despite there being quite a sizable amount of couch time down onto the point. Destiny gonna inch his way forward towards the final point as well. And there we go. They are gonna slowly inch their way backwards. Steal Your Job. They need to defend this final point though. Currently, the scores are still 0-0. But it does look like Fruit Salad have a very, very slight upper hand. They are going to be going in. The Ubers are going to be traded on the final point. A little bit of a sticky traps being set right outside spawn by Surf. And lots of damage being tossed about Surf. Finally getting taken down. Banana going to chase the medic though. Spots the medic trying to get Slayer down really low. Gets him taken out to 21 health, but the Surf round the corner just to safety straight away. Lovely Surf coming up from Slayer.
Yeah, but with his health so low, I'm betting that Fruit Salad is going to be opting to give up the second.
Yep,
like, they don't have the players or the health to contest it.
Slayer going to be lagging his way back to the midpoint, just reuniting with his team right there. So that is going to be second point going back into the hands of Steal Your Job. So a very good job of that defense right there. Especially with No Game Sense trying to get the back cap, but a little bit unsuccessful with Cookies coming back to defend it.
Banana actually going down for... I don't know, I think he just got spammed out, overextended a little bit. But I actually think that that's going to be opting for someone to go for a play here because Fruit Salad does have Uber advantage.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not Fruit Salad, Steal Your Job does have Uber advantage.
Yeah, they will have that full Uber up and ready to go. But they are going to be hanging a little bit far back. Not too keen on contesting anything as of yet though. I'm not too sure if they know that they have that full Uber ad, but I think Slayer did call out a fake Uber as well, so... Once again, they are going to be at, there we go, another fake Uber being called out at 91%. He's just going to try to get his chart up as soon as possible. No Game Sense going to be spawning in 12 seconds, counting down. Steal Your Job players not too keen on pushing out as of right now. Well, right as I say that, yeah, right as I said that, they go through kitchen.
And
Cookie.
Banana gets dropped.
That is going to be number advantage. Cookie going to be coming in though. The aggressive bomb by the solid bush, but he's going to get finished off the scout, getting destroyed as well. So Surf doing a very good job of denying everyone for the side of Steal Your Job.
Yeah, that was definitely a situation of like a lot of miscommunication. Maurice might actually get caught out here. He's dodging all the damage. Oh my goodness. Wow. He was walking into a scout and a demo. He's gonna have to pop here for the other scout that Conma completely forgot about.
Conma whipping out his bottle trying to finish off Joey, but Joey just flagging around like a mosquito, not giving him any breathing room. And Uber is gonna be popped for the side of Fruit Salad. Are going to slowly make their way off the point. They are going to stand on the point. Apples going toe-to-toe against the scout. The Solly's going to start bombing in and try to defend the point for that team. Bush coming in with the kills though. When he's taking out multiple people, he is going to get finished off by Surf Stickies. The Banana going to take down Wow, taking down lots of players for the side of Fruit Salad. The only person up being Joey, who wants to go for that backhand. There is loads of capture time on the point. He is going to run onto the point with 40 health. He's going to get that for his team. Wow. The first point.
That is what we call a bait and switch.
First point goes into the hands of Fruit Salad.
Really, like, I think what Studio dropped out, like, oh, that scout's so low, there's no way he's gonna come back in to fight us.
Oh yeah.
So Joey just juked them all the way, just ran straight down and ran up to drop down. Anyway, we're already going into this second mid here, with Sub actually playing very aggressively on his left side, but putting out a lot of damage, and No Games actually does pick up a scout. It's going to be a lot of aggression coming out from Salad. They've got that pick, they want to get even more, pushing out. Steal your job.
Yeah, 2 players down for the side of Steal Your Job. Both scouts K3 as well as Cookie midpoint, of course, going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad relatively easily with that huge number advantage. Ubers, of course, are going to be equal. Maurice does live through that mid-fight carnage. He is going to be backing out all the way through last. The next one, of course, going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad with aggressive bomb coming in from No Games. They tries to take down people. The headshot coming down from Cookie takes him out mid-flight.
That was overkill.
Uber gets popped for the side of Steal Your Job, and wow, Fruit Salad popped theirs as well, but they are going to use it to back out. No, they're using it aggressively. Slayer trying to keep his teammates up and healthy, trying to push forward to maintain that front line, and they do so successfully. Slayer eats a rocket directly to his face, where he's going to be fine at 85 health. The regen slowly bringing it up. It doesn't look like they intend to have a dry push though. Surf going to go toe-to-toe with the entirety of Steal Your Job. Going to get finished off right there. Slayer going to be taken down to the double digits, 77. Lucky number is going to allow him to live and back out all the way to the second point.
Yeah, that was just really scrappy. Destiny and Surf had the right idea of it. They were like, we need to push into them. Their spawners are not going to come up for a really long time. We have a 2-man ad. But unfortunately, they went in and Surf just... And then, like, a good bomb from Banana took down Destiny, and by that time, Surf was separated from Slayer, and it ended up just getting... 2 of them getting dropped and Slayer having to run away.
Oh yeah, absolutely denied by Steal Your Job. So they do successfully recapture that second point. They will have a very slight Uber ad though, playing about 20%. Doesn't look like they intend to contest the Soul Room right now. Banana getting tossed about by Destiny's rockets. So Uber will be coming up for Slayer very shortly. Of course, Uber ad is going to be negated right now, so they are going to slowly back out onto the second point once again. Just peeking around corners, making sure they don't decide to overextend, and just waiting for stuff to happen.
It's even Ubers again. Fruit Salad actually does still have the point advantage, so we're just gonna be looking at how Steal Your Job is gonna push this.
Right.
Well, we actually have the scout going in very aggressive here, able to pick up Destiny.
It does look like that huge number of advantage is going to give Steal Your Job a very nice morale boost. Banana going to be finished off by the laws of gravity once again. Uber gets popped onto the side of Fruit Salad.
Wait, did Maurice drop?
It does look like Maurice dropped. Wow, so that is going to be huge, allowing Fruit Salad players to start pushing in. It does look like they want to contest, recapture this point. The Steal Your Job players slowly making their way back. The Solly going to bomb onto the point, tries to take down the medic, getting lots of lovely rockets down, but he is going to finally get it finished off. Cookie coming in to finish the job. Bush, all his hard work, taking down Slayer in the end. So slight Uber going to go into the hands of Maurice, spawning in right now. No Game Sense currently the only one at the front line, together with Destiny. Going to see if they can decide to do any plays at all.
Definitely a desperation play. They were being backcapped, and unfortunately, No Game Sense. I think he was spamming them. He chose the wrong time to drop down, and eventually it came to the fact that it was a scout and soldier against a medic.
No Game Sense singles out Banana, gets lots of lovely damage down, but just not enough to kill him. He's going to be taken down to quite low, but he is no problem when Maurice is just nearby, going to heal him back up into the healthy range. So, oh my. Looks like
yeah, with 80% right now.
Oh, yeah.
Steal Your Job should be trying to take lobby. Here we go. Checking for all the sticks and all the different cons. Joey might get caught up here.
Joey
He's
taken down
really low.
Really low. Finally getting finished off by lovely stickies now coming out from Conma. Destiny going to be spotted inside that boiler room area. But Steal Your Job players are almost going down to that sticky trap. The Uber gets popped onto Banana. He's going to be tossed up into the air. The Uber gets flashed back onto it once again. Slayer currently at 70% all alone. Going to run all the way back and reunite with his team, Apples and Destiny. Going to be at the front lines together with the medic, trying to protect him with the best of their ability. So second point once again, go back into the hands of Steal Your Job. Job. Fruit Salad currently 2 players now spawning in 3 seconds. And Steal Your Job, they really want to contest this mid with that number advantage. Aggressive bomb coming from Bush, takes down Slayer, that Uber drop! Absolutely huge pick coming out from Bush right there, despite Tim going down. It's a lovely trade, totally negating that Uber charge. No Game Sense wants to get the pick down onto the medic, but he gets denied and destroyed mid-air. Absolutely lovely pipes coming out from Konma, but Steal Your Job, they are going to lose lots of players.
That was the perfect bomb. Slayer literally hit 100% the moment the rocket came out of his gun. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to pop it there. He was probably holding down right click, like screaming,
Right, so that is going to be 0 Ubers, and finally Maurice pops his Uber as well onto Bush to save his life. So got a little bit forced by one of the scouts right there. Does look like they want to recontest and gain more ground. The Fruit Salad players are going to be backing out. Currently, K3 going to be watching the back.
He spin the mid for some reason. Yeah, well, the aggression is definitely in better hands in Steal Your Job right now. They're just pushing forward.
No Game Sense, bombing the medic, gets him successfully, takes down Maurice Noob straight away. That is once again tossing the Uber ad back into the hands of Slayer. 70% and counting. Just for the players of Steal Your Job, they are going to be backing out. Currently only 3 players up with Konma at 25 health. Banana still at spawn, waiting for the medic to come back up. So that is going to be the next point back into the hands of Fruit Salad. 18 minutes and 15 seconds counting down for the server clock. And Apple's going to be inching forward. It does look like they have a sniper off class for the side of Steal Your Job, but Uber is going to be popped onto Serve. They're going to spam his stickies right outside the spawn door. The scouts are going to try to capture the point for their team. Lots of damage being traded right now. They're slowly jumping around, trying to get some damage done. Banana getting really well. Double digits finally getting finished off. Konma getting finished off as well. The only person up being Maurice, and he gets wiped, and the point goes into the hands of Fruit Salad.
Fruit Salad 2-0 right now. It was an excellent play by them. They were just more well coordinated, and like that, everyone dying on that midpoint actually cost them second and last at the same time, especially since Slayer had the Uber charge. So it was quite unfortunate, but one misplay is all it takes for you to lose a game sometimes.
That's right. So Steal Your Job actually had that coast-to-coast push from one end to the other, and mid-fight is going to be underway once again. There we go, lots of spam being tossed about from Surf. No Good Sense going to be up top. Spots the Solly, tries to get the air shot, but he's going to be finished off by Destiny right there. No Good Sense getting taken out. Slayer, of course, getting finished off doing the mid-fight, so it does look like Fruit Salad players are going to be backing out with 0 heals and 0 charge. Maurice going to be taken out to the double digits, but he's going to be finding teammates all around him. Going to keep his teammates all buffed up and healthy. Cookie going to inch his way to the front line. Sticky traps being set right there. Doesn't really cause much damage to the rest of the players. So Cookie going to be standing on the next point, and it does look like they will be able to get a final push with that full Uber charge. No Game Sense going to be a sniper for his team, currently off-classing for the side of Fruit Salad. We do have Joey as an engineer as well, getting that 7th man up to defend the point. Currently only at the level 1, but he's going to be level 2 relatively shortly once he gets the resup up. And yeah, Steal Your Job, man. I mean, if they want to do something, they have to do it now. We do have 3 off classes though. Apples, Joey, as well as No Game Sense, Heavy, Edgy, and a Sniper respectively.
And they're playing Highlander right now. Just trying to hold up points. Still made it.
Absolutely.
I just want to say that like that mid came down to Bush actually doing a really good bomb and landing a lot of damage on the medic. He couldn't finish it off, but it was just up to the scouts at that point. Got them going in from under. Uber has and pop. Sentry is going to get taken down, and we have frags on the left side. Destiny is going to be the first to lose his life to the enemy, but that heavy
Banana with those rocket jumps, what's going on? Banana taken down to the double digits, going toe-to-toe with the heavy, finally getting finished off, so it does look like Fruit Salad do have that upper hand. Konma and Maurice have no choice but to back out. Fruit Salad, of course, with that very, very sizable Uber ad right now, going to allow them to push out to the next point.
I think that last push was just unsuccessful because they had to push into a sentry.
Oh yeah.
And also like they were playing Highlander, like come on. That heavy couldn't be taken down at first because that sentry just denying everyone. Konma might actually get taken out right now. We've got the scouts pushing that lower aggressivity. Fruit Salad does have Uber advantage 100%. They should be able to take this mid no problem. Especially since Steal Your Job have 2 players down, so they should be designed to back up here. Cookie overextending a bit, getting taken down a bit low.
No Game Sense is going to be bombing up top, getting the higher ground. Going to move forward to single out the scout, getting lots of damage down on everyone at all. But no frags going down for the side of No Game Sense. He's going to be taking another 1 health mid-air. He's going to die to the laws of gravity. There we go. Getting tossed about. Uber, of course, going to be popped for the side of Fruit Salad. Ubers are going to be equal right now. Slayer going to be backing out together with Apples. Midpoint, of course, does look like it went into the hands of Steal Your Job for that mid-fight.
Yeah, because at that point, so Fruit Salad did have their Uber charge, but they didn't expect. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect Steal Your Job to be pushing in that quickly. Joey gonna be getting taken down by a nice direct, and now it's just all the positioning is in favor of Steal Your Job. They're just trying to take as much space as possible to cap the second point.
Yep, and they do so successfully. They do have a really tiny, but yeah, really tiny Uber at 66 going up against 50% for the side of Fruit Salad. No Game Sense going to be a Solly watching the left side flank with Destiny watching the lower. And of course right side going to have the Devilman as well as Apples, the scouts having a gander looking around inside the lobby. So Uber Charge going to be up and ready for the side of Steal Your Job. It does look like they should, well technically they should be pushing in with that Uber ad. 20% left Uber ad right now. Yeah, there we go. They do pop the Uber. Banana coming in. Once again, they pick down onto the medic. Tossing out a lovely rocket. Taking out Slayer really low, but he is going to be inside the spawn. Going to be fine, and Danny getting that resub up. Uber finally popped for the side of Fruit Salad. It's a lovely counter Uber. Going to defend that final point, preventing Steely Job from pushing in anymore.
If Steal Your Job want to take this in, well, if Steal Your Job want to do anything right now, it would be probably best to sort of build Uber. But they have just players extending aggressively into those chokes and dying, so
gonna be losing
that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be them backing up.
Bush gonna be jumping around.
Oh, that was risky. He almost paid. He almost paid for that with his life.
Tried to get the pick down onto the medic, but gets taken down really low instead. So most of the players for the side of Steal Your Job do get that forward spawn, so they are going to be able to get into position really quickly. Fruit Salad players, of course, going to be hanging a little bit far back, not too keen on pushing in. They do know that they did get that forward spawn. Maurice going to have that Uber Charge ready to go. Slayer currently at 85. What they can possibly do is just go in right now extremely aggressively. We do see Banana trying to get the pick down onto Destiny. Destiny getting taken down really low, but the medic is going to bring him back up into the healthy range. Slayer gonna get his Uber Charge ready to go, so that is gonna be the Uber pop onto Cookie, and the counter Uber gonna prevent them from doing anything at all.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Banana got dropped before Maurice could pop up his Uber, but an excellent trap actually takes down Surf, and without a demo pushing into this second point, it is actually quite difficult to defend Stakewater. They're gonna be pushing all this aggression. Immediately, Fruit Salad find themselves
on the
testing this.
Yeah, they are gonna be slowly making their way back to the last point. The next point does look like it's going to go into the hands of Steal Your Job once again. Ubers are going to be relatively equal, but very tiny, well, negligible add in the hands of Steal Your Job. No Game Sense going to be a sniper this time around once again. Tries to get the shot down onto the scout, but doesn't get that headshot to connect. So he's going to rotate around once again. And yeah, we are going to start seeing another Highlander match. Apple's going to be a heavy weapons guy, getting buffed up to the 450 health range. Of course, that is something that's going to take quite a while to whittle down. Sniper going to try to get a lovely headshot down into Conma. That is going to be the demo man down for the side of Steal Your Job. That is a very sizable damage add gone for them. Joey going to get buffed up to try to rush the point. He's going to get overhealed, trying to take down K3 together with the demo man. Does do so successfully. That is going to be K3 taken down. Joey going to inch his way forward onto the next point. So both medics do have that Uber Charge ready to go. Yeah, no more off-classing anymore. For the side of Fruit Salad, they're going to try to recapture that next point. 11 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock, counting down. The current score is still 2-0 in favor of Fruit Salad, and Uber is going to get popped.
Pushed fast off the Uber onto the enemy team, and that's going to be pretty decent. I'm not sure if they're going to wait, but Destiny does go down, so I don't think that Steal Your Job's going to slow down here. They're going to be pushing all the way
with
back
the aggressive bomb. Tries to get the pick down onto the medic, but going toe-to-toe and face-to-face with No Game Sense as well as Joey right there. Uber gets popped for the side of Steal Your Job. It gets forced, I believe. So, yeah, that is going to be the Uber gone. Very sizable advantage into the hands of Slayer right now. 47% going up against Maurice's 15. Next point is going to go into the hands of Steal Your Job. They want to contest this, though. They're going to try to get that dry push in. Destiny trying to watch the point. There is going to be a Solly on the point for the team. Banana capturing the point, and there we go! Banana!
That was so... He just stood on that point and let the demo bait him. That was amazing.
Huge plays coming up from Steal Your Job. They really want to get that placing into the grand finals. Fruit Salad, of course, they have to maintain the win if they want to stay in the running towards the grand finals for AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 2 bracket. And mid-fight is going to go underway once again. Surf and the other Devilman going to be spamming out at each other, going to take him down to the double digits, but the medic is going to bring him back up into the healthy range. Conma, of course, same issue with him, double digits, and the medic is going to re-heal him back up once again. So Bush going to have the upper ground, going to eat quite a lot of spam though. And the first one to be taken down is going to be K3.
The aggression is really passive mid, and we do still have people. They're technically still fighting for the mid. Both soldiers bombing in to try and get onto the medic. And that's actually going to be successful. They're going to be taking down a lot of players on the enemy team.
Oh yeah, the only person up is going to be No Game Sense as well as Slayer, who is going to back out to the second point. They do have that Uber charge, but it's going to be wise for them to back out. There's no point contesting this point with only 2 of them at the front line. Steal Your Job going to try to chase in though, getting some rockets being tossed into their faces. But they are going to be able to back out successfully and safely, so they are going to be able to defend this final point. Steal Your Job, man. Extreme aggression coming up from them.
Yeah, they have to. Like, literally all that Fruitsadder has to do now is just slow down the game as much as possible. If they can do it for 9 minutes, they're going to come out on top and they're going to push it into a third match, which is exactly what they need, as you said, in order to stay in the running.
Oh, definitely. Sticky traps being set up on the right side. Shutters coming out from Surf, going to be spamming up top instead. Steals K3, going to be at the left side flank, trading shots together with the other scout Joey, but K3 currently at 7 health once again. The single-digit health. I have no idea why that keeps popping up, single digits on the scouts all the time. Apple's going to be a heavy weapons guy. Currently we have No Game Sense as a sniper, no NG off classing at the moment. K3 going to be the first one to bite the dust, so slight number out into the hands of Fruit Salad. Both teams still have that Uber charge ready to go. Cookie getting taken down as well, so lots of, that is going to be 2 players down. Bush getting taken out by a lovely headshot coming up from No Game Sense, so huge number advantage. Destiny going to inch his way forward onto the next point. He wants to capture it for his team to maintain that aggression and pushing forward. Konma getting taken down. This point is going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad.
The players from Steal Your Job are just overextending one by one. Cookie getting caught out in the lower. K3 actually was going for a trade, but with 2 people dying, you can't just ask Fruit Salad. You can't just not ask Fruit Salad to push out. You've got Uber trading coming in on the midpoint. They're going to be fighting this out. The Uber is slightly better for Steal Your Job, so we're going to be seeing some aggression from the soldiers. Banana trying to pick up the scout. Oh, it's not going to work out for Fruit Salad here. They have to back out.
Yep, they are going to be back out to the next point. Ubers are going to be equal though. Cookie going to be coming in, just peppering No Game Sense with some scatter shots. Going to try to see if he can cause any havoc at all among the ranks of Fruit Salad. And it does look like they intend to push in though, with that small little number advantage of Joey being down. Banana going to be on the point, already capturing for his team. With Cookies all the way in front, whipping out his pistol, trying to get some damage down onto everyone right there. And oh, Steal Your Job, man. They're already at the front lines.
Oh, Bush gets taken down. I'm not sure how, but I don't think that's going to change too much. I don't believe that at this point, Fruit Salad will be willing to push out on a one-man advantage. Like I was saying, they actually just have to slow the game down. So they're going to be playing a sniper and see whether No Game Sense can stop the push that's inevitably going to be coming out of
He does try to get this headshot down onto the scout, so Cookie will get finished off in the end. Both teams, of course, still holding on to the Uber charge. Maurice with his charge coming up right now, getting ready for that final point push. They really want to get the capture time down onto the point. Banana just trading some spam together with the other blue solis as well, coming up on the left side. So currently no off-classing for the side of Fruit Salad though. We do have Cookie as a sniper at the moment, wondering if he can get any picks at all.
Yeah, those last few minutes was literally just Steal Your Job getting slowed down by Fruit Salad, because Fruit Salad gets the pick one by one. Steal Your Job's definitely not going to push on a one-man advantage, so every pick that Fruit Salad gets just slows the game down by another 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it all racks up until it's only a few minutes left in the game.
So I'm just keeping my perspective on Cookies. I want to see if he can get any medic pick at all. He's just peeking around, watching the right side flank, trying to see if he can get any picks at all. He does try to get the headshot down onto Surf though, but a little bit unsuccessful right there. Both teams just spamming each other out on the left side flank. The only person on the right being Cookies, just trading together with all the other spam coming up on the demo man Surf. Both players, of course.
Picking that sniper way too aggressively.
Right when I switch the cameras from the sniper, the demo man gets taken out. But Ubers are going to be popped. Banana going to be shiny. The players from Fruit Salad are going to be shiny as well. They're going to try their best to defend this point. No Game Sense jumping around, taking on multiple people. The only people up being Bush as well as Maurice Noob, who are going to be backing up. Well, Maurice goes to heaven, so the only person up is going to be Bush at 57 health, backing out through the saw room, going back to the mid fight. The mid.
They were too eager. Steal Your Job was just too eager. They picked the demo. They could have, and they picked the scout as well. They just could have played so slow, inching the enemy out, because when you don't have a demo to defend that last point, it's just a horrible thing. And well, they overextended too much and eventually died to the enemy team's Uber.
Well, Maurice gets finished off by Surf's pipe, so That is going to be a huge advantage into the hands of Fruit Salad players. Surf, of course, and Slayer gets finished off as well, so that is going to be no heals for either side. It's just going to be a DM fight till the end. The Fruit Salad players are going to be taking out some double digits. The only person up being Cookie, who does get that pick down onto the solid, going toe-to-toe against Joey right now. Finishes off Joey with 5 health!
Cookie! Oh my goodness!
Getting denied by Apples on the points. He's going to recapture the mid for his team. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. The current score is 2-1 in favor of SYJ. Fruit Salad, man, they have to do something.
I think it's reverse. Fruit Salad is currently on the advantage. They are just slowing down the game as much as possible, trying to... it really is just down to steal your job to pull out those miracle plays, because they do not have a lot of time left.
Oh, definitely.
In order to tie up this game.
It's going to be a race against the clock for Steal Your Job right now.
We've got the teams just... You can see how their playstyle has changed slowly. They used to be a little more passive than this, but right now we've got Steal Your Job playing so aggressively, opting to just dry push this second.
Oh,
no game stats going in for a bomb and a medic, but not able to land enough damage to take him down.
So Fruit Salad, man, they are going to be stacking inside the lobby. The next point is going to be going into the hands of Steal Your Job. Ubers are going to be equal right now. Maurice currently at 70 health, so a little bit dangerous right there, but he is going to opt to push in without getting any health back at all. Together with Banana, it doesn't look like they intend to move in to contest the last point. They are going to pop that Uber though. Slayer still holding on to his, finally pops his right outside. Body blocking the Demo Man and onto the point. Currently the point is still open, up for grabs. The only players up, Conma being taken down. That is no Demo Man for the side of Steal Your Job. I don't think they intend to contest this, but I'm wrong. Bush is going to be standing on the point, getting some capture time up for their team. Manogan is going to be taken down. They're just going! They're just tossing everyone they can onto the point! They're just trying to out-DM the entirety of Fruit Salad. K3 spots the medic, tries to finish him off, standing on the point right now, getting some catcher time up, and there's nothing they can do. The medic comes in, but just not enough! Steal Your Job ties the match 2-2.
There's no way that should have worked! That's just... It was just...
Wow.
There's nothing to describe that but Asian aggression. They had to go in and they just did, and they managed to pull off the point. And it's going to go into the golden cap here unless either team can pull off some miracle play. It's gonna have to be a 2-minute roll if they want to get anything done. Oh,
definitely. 2 minutes and 19 seconds counting down. The previous map went into the hands of SYJ. Fruit Salad, they have to have... they have to bring their A game for this round. They have to win this map if they want to push it into the tiebreaker map, or if they go into Golden Cap, they have to win the Golden Cap. It does look like they are going to be dominating in the mid-fight, taking out almost everyone except for iMaurice. Well, iMaurice joins his team in heaven, so that is going to be a full wipe for Steal Your Job. Fruit Salad, man, they really want that placing in the grand finals.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. I'm definitely going to be seeing a Highlander setup coming up. Steal Your Job.
Straight away, K3 going to be a heavy weapons guy. Cookie going to be the engineer. Currently no sniper as of yet, but who knows? We might see one later on. iMaurice Noob only spawning in right now, but Fruit Salad, they have that fully recharged, ready to go. Yeah, all they have to do is get into positions, and once they start to push in, that is going to be a very interesting play that we are going to see on last. They do have that heavy weapons guy as well as that engineer with his level 2 sentry, I believe, going up to level 3 right now. Dispenser going up near the point as well, so... Fruit
Salad's just considering they don't want to beef this push. They only have 1 minute left. If they lose this, it's going to go into Golden Cap. Here we go. They're pushing in on the right side.
Destiny going to be shiny, trying to push forward to take down as many people as possible. The heavy eating lots of damage from the entirety of the Fruit Salad players. Trying to get some capture time down onto the point, but the Steal Your Job players are going to try to capture, try to defend that point. But Fruit Salad, they're losing quite a few players. 3 players getting taken down. The only people are being Slayer. Conma the only one up together with the medic though. The scout going to be standing on the point together with the medic. Destiny taking down the players. iMaurice Noob the only one up, and there we go. Fruit Salad take this point. 44 seconds left on the clock. This map goes to Fruit Salad.
That was just so... Fruit Salad just pushed in aggressively. They knew they had to use it. And unfortunately, the heavy going down was unavoidable because he was out of position. But Apples got picked as well, so it was an even fight. But I don't know what happened. I think Steal Your Job soldiers just played too aggressively and got taken down. And once that happened, it was up to Conma to defend the point and demo against, 2 other people. That's just not something that works out.
Not gonna happen. So Demoman, of course, very, very good at aerial denial, very good at, picking up people with stickies as well as pipes. But, when it comes to close range, Solly's with firing straight, just easy to take out those Devilman. And it does look like we are going to go into a third map.
Just as I predicted.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. I wanted Fruit Salad to win 2-0, but well, actually, fortunately, that's not going to be what's happening here. So we're going to be seeing Sunshine, which is,
yes.
as I predicted, a toss-up.
Oh man, Sunshine. This is going to be exciting. Looking forward to this map, actually. I'm really looking forward to this map because we don't see it often.
Exactly. And because we don't see it often, I'm expecting some
interesting plays.
I would say interesting strategies and plays coming up from
yes.
Yeah. Like, come on. If you just don't see, like, when players don't play something as much, they're always willing to try new things out, and it just ends up being, more fun to watch in general.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll definitely have to see how things play out. So, yeah, I mean, Snakewater 3-2, Badlands 2-1. These teams have been very relatively evenly matched. Both teams, of course, definitely putting their best foot forward for tonight. A lot is going to be riding on CP Sunshine. The winner will go into the grand finals facing off against Wine and Cheese. The loser going to get that third placement inside AsiaFortress, and their run inside this season is going to come to an end. So fingers crossed that they remember to put the config this time around. Maurice already reminding them inside chat, CFG config please, Joey. Gonna point towards that chat message as well, trying to remind them. So yeah, so it does look like they are gonna be able to bring their put their config in before they start once again, so no more restarts. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what both teams can bring to the match.
If I'm looking at external predictions, like just off the table, this isn't on record or anything. I'm pretty sure that neither team expected it to go into a third map because I don't. Yeah, so it's gonna be a difficult situation. Like they have to pull their A game out. Yeah, with like both teams up in the running. Like you said, there's a lot riding on this map, and neither of them wants to lose.
Yeah, so I mean, like we see SYJ, they took Badlands, and then from Snakewater, just Fruit Salad, they just stepped up the game and just started winning. They just started taking rounds. They started with those lovely pushes to last. And well, CP Sunshine, man, a lot of things can happen on this map. The night is still young. This is going to be the final map for tonight. Once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10, Division 2, the lower bracket semi-finals between Fruit Salad and Steal Your Job. So winner, of course, will move on to the grand finals, facing off against Wine and Cheese, Wine and Cheese was the one that pushed Fruit Salad down into this bracket. So if Fruit Salad makes it back up there, it's going to be a grudge match between those two. Pretty looking forward to the match that's going to come up the following week between either Fruit Salad as well as either Fruit Salad or Steal Your Job. So this is it's all riding on CP Sunshine. So as Vetia has mentioned earlier on, not many people have been playing on this map. So not too sure what to expect coming up from both teams on CP Sunshine. It's a personal favorite of mine, but not many people play on this map, so that makes me a little bit sad. So I'm quite happy that they decide to use this as a tiebreaker map, and of course I'm very happy that we get pushed into a tiebreaker map, so I am definitely looking forward to this.
I saw Vonix put something in chat earlier, something about Asians never leaving their comfort zone, and it is true. We have been playing the same 4 or 5 maps the last 3 years? Like Snakewater is an old map, but to us it's like relatively new.
I mean, even Badlands, man, since the dawn of time, Badlands has been constantly played by everyone. So, and it's still a crowd favorite. It's still a crowd favorite. Lots of players, of course, coming up from Badlands. But fingers crossed. I hope we can change that meta. Let's try and make CP Sunshine one of those favorite maps from now on, but it is probably not.
Yeah, especially since it has been it's been improved like a lot recently.
Oh yeah.
I mean, looking into this lobby, like this used to be such a choky and still meaty map because of the sideline, but now it's gone. But yeah, we're just gonna be waiting for the players to gather into the server. Slayer and Konma are the last, and do believe that they're trying to discuss on whether they should be changing servers or not, because you know, in all fairness to the players right now, it does feel like Fruit Salad is playing at a huge ping advantage.
Yeah, most of them have that single-digit ping, while the players from Studio Drop are upwards of 50 to 80. So that is a little bit painful to play with. Sometimes you got to time your jumps and time your shots, but they have been performing extremely well.
Like all things considered, Studio Drop has just been playing like really well tonight. They've all been, of course, there are always mistakes, but they've been decently well coordinated against Fruit Salad. Things are going back and forth. It's not a boring game. It's not like they're both throwing. It's really like both of them are trying as hard as they can, and just one team is just playing better than another at different points in time, which is the best TF2 that like anyone can ask for.
So this is once again, this is going to be the third and final map for tonight. This is the tiebreaker map, CP Sunshine. For those of you who have missed the previous two maps, Badlands as well as Snakewater, the scores have been 1-2 and 3-2, with SYJ taking Badlands and Fruit Salad taking Snakewater. So this is going to be the deciding map to see who goes into the grand finals and who gets placed into third, and the AFC 10 journey is going to come to an end. But both teams, of course, have been performing very, very well tonight, and I am really just waiting to see what's going to go down for CP Sunshine.
Taking a look at like Fruit Salad's game against Wine and Cheese, I would say Wine and Cheese were on top most of the time, but but it was still a fairly even game. So I'm expecting grand finals to be quite exciting at the very least.
All the teams have, proven their worth, that they deserve to be in their placements, where they are at the moment. All, of course, these two teams right now fighting for that placement into the grand finals. Definitely, both teams could easily get that position, but once again, it's going to boil down to CP Sunshine. Both teams have been putting their best foot forward. They have had very, very lovely plays. Of course, Apples with that 20 health back cap on Snakewater, getting the capture for his team, just running behind everyone, with them pushing forward to the next point, and he just getting that capture, and Studio Drop just not being able to come back and defend it. So that was the one, the turning point for Fruit Salad, where they just put their score onto the scoreboard straight away. But anything can happen on CP Sunshine. It's a map that isn't played often, so who knows, we might see crazy strats coming in. We might see a last point Highlander once again, as we've been seeing on CP Snakewater, which is actually a pretty high chance that we are going to see last point Highlander once again. But yeah, we are just going to be waiting for the players to ready up. Not too sure if they are...
if we're going to take a look at like Sunshine as a map, especially on the mid, it's a lot about high dominance and commitment, because Sunshine has such a freaking huge mid. Like, either your team is all forward together or your team is all backed up to that. If you hit a middle ground in that area, you're just gonna get picked off because your players will be all over the place. So for Sunshine, I do believe that as a team, you're gonna have to pick a side to commit and commit your players. Yep,
indeed. So midpoints, of course, you're definitely going to see some people jumping into the bell tower to capture, just get some high ground dominance. Of course, slowly make our way towards the midpoint to see how the layout is. Midpoint, of course, you can see some health packs being laid around, ammo packs as well. Under the point, there is going to be a little health pack down below, as there is one inside the bell tower. So scouts, of course, lots of place to run around. Sollies, lots of place to jump around. And that's, of course, bad news for little medics running around on the floor, trying to keep their teammates up and healthy. Easy to get picked off by random people dropping from the sky. So they're just going to have to look up, once in a while.
It's definitely, like, once the soldiers are out of the picture, it becomes a very scout-centric, like, first mid. Or it becomes a very scout-centric, like, mid-fight. Because, the soldiers don't have that much health. It will come down to, the medic pumping heals to the scout, like, take the GM fight, kill that person. And if that person doesn't die, then, you lose the mid-fight.
Indeed. So, I think we're just waiting for...
Yeah, just for the players to ready up.
Yeah, I think Conma's gonna...
We didn't take a look at logs, by the way.
Are the logs up? Nope, the logs are not... they're not gonna be
available. There are no logs.
Yeah, so let me see if I can get it up on screen. Yeah, there are no logs. Why? Why are there no
This
logs?
is log-free game.
It's very, very sad. Log-free game indeed. I'm not too sure if it's because it's the server or... Well, who knows? You're just gonna be waiting for the players to ready up. So...
We've had a lot of technical hiccups tonight, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Things have just been happening. We forgot to load the config twice. Somehow because we forgot to load the config twice, it loaded like in the middle of one of our matches.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, it's been some excellent games coming out from both teams.
Oh yeah, when things ran smoothly, it ran really well. With all the lovely frags, picks, drops, pops, everything coming up from both teams. So once again, shout out to both teams, Fruit Salad as well as Steal Your Job, for making it all the way to this point inside their journey for AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. So thank you for the plays, and wishing both teams all the best definitely for this map.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Fruit Salad has ready up, so we're just waiting on Steal Your Job to see whether, you know, anytime soon gonna be playing a video game.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, like we have been mentioning earlier on, this is going to be the deciding map for tonight between Fruit Salad as well as Steal Your Job. The winner is going to be pushed into the grand finals, where they will face off Wine and Cheese, comfortably sitting in that spot right there, waiting for the challenger to appear. That match, of course, will take place next week. Just waiting on to see who is going to be the one to make it up there. And a little update for the side of Division 3 as well. We will be seeing TMG, the Mighty Gibbuses, going up against Marjami MJM in the grand final. So it's going to be another grudge match, of course. TMG being tossed down into the lower bracket after going up against MJM the previous round inside the upper bracket. And yeah, that is going to be it for the news. We are going to be going live right now onto the perspective of Surf for his rollout.
Alright.
Surf, who is currently not moving at all. And there we go, the pause goes down.
Things are just going wrong here.
So, well, fingers crossed that they actually load the config this time. I do believe they do, so...
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They loaded it like 30 seconds into the warm-up, so...
Very, very good.
Not taking any chances, all precautions.
Indeed. So, Surf, our dear friend Surf, gonna be AFK at the moment, just waiting on him to come in. Slayer gonna be asking for a restart because you know, Surf didn't do his rollout, so just waiting to see if anything can happen at all. So Conma, of course, gonna stay in chat.
Yeah. Everything alright before we start.
Yeah.
Don't want anything else to happen tonight. Like, this is technical difficulties left and right. Maybe Surf crashed and that's why he's not moving. Oh.
So,
oh, never mind.
Sorry guys, my bad, my dad on me. Right, so there we go. Surf gonna be back in the game once again. No idea if they're gonna restart the match or just continue on as is. Yeah, so that if they do decide to continue on as is, the unpause is gonna go down. Surf is gonna be late to mid. Does look like the player for the side.
Yeah, I do believe they are restarting. Oh wait,
are they restarting? I don't.
Are they
think
restarting?
So.
Steal Your Job doesn't want to restart,
yeah,
but...
there we go, finally they do decide to restart in the end. So Steal Your Job, yeah, they did not have any intention to restart. They were all already, you know, rolling out to mid, while the Fruit Salad players were just bouncing around on last. So finally the restart does eventually go down. So let's follow Surf for his proper rollout this time around, all the way to mid. Fairly standard rollout, gonna grab the mid health pack before making.
Maybe Surf was actually watching rollout videos.
Maybe, yeah. Trying to get that rollout down on point. He's gonna toss his stickies onto the mid straight away. Yet to see any stickies being tossed about for the side of Steal Your Job. And there we go, mid fight is gonna be on the way. The scout getting tossed about mid air. Surf trying to get the air shot, but Joey gonna come in to finish the job. Cookie's gonna be the first one to bite the dust during the mid fight. Apple's gonna be flanking around to try to take down anybody at all. Steal Your Job gonna be losing 2 players down. Conma being taken down to the double digits. The banana gonna be really low as well. The medic getting finished off. I'm Maurice. That is gonna be a huge number advantage. The only person up being K3, gonna be backing out all the way to Lighthouse and to last.
Yeah, Cookie, unfortunately, Cookie went on his right side alone, and like I said, he basically pushed into all 6 people that were committing on their left side. So he was the first to go down, and that was gonna be putting Steal Your Job in a bad position. Because as I said, when it comes down to it, the mid fight turns into a scout-centric map after a while.
Oh yeah, so the sentry level 1 at the moment, gonna be just eating a little bit of damage coming up from Destiny right there. But currently the 7th man on the team is still up. They'll be on fire. They will finally get spotted for the side of Fruit Salad. They're going to try to inch their way forward onto the point. Everyone going to retreat into the resub though. All Fruit Salad has to do is stand on the point to capture for their team. The scouts come in to try to finish off the Demo Man. They're going to stand on the point to try to get some catch time up. But Highlander round once again, you're going to have Cookie as a heavy weapons guy on the point defending for the team. And they do so very, very successfully, getting a full wipe on Fruit Salad.
Exactly what you said is probably why Fruit Salad lost, because they just thought, oh, everyone ran back into resub, I'm just gonna stand on the point, and then Comma comes out with 8 stickies and just kills everyone.
That's right, so a bit of a shame right there, despite them having the full Uberad pushing onto the point in the end. They do botch that final push, and of course Lighthouse is gonna go back into the hands of Steal Your Job. So another mid-fight is bound to be underway, but full Uber currently in the hands of Maurice Noob. Conma gonna take it out straight away with a lovely headshot coming up from No Game Sense. K3 gonna finish him off in the end though. Destiny being the next one to bite the dust. Cookie following shortly after. A relatively sizable respawn time onto Cookie though. 17 seconds then counting down. Yeah.
It was definitely an excellent pick by No Game Sense, but not the best pick. I think he was going for the medic there, but the Demo Man peaked first, obviously. So it's gonna be full. It's gonna be an advantage, like a pretty significant advantage.
Oh yeah,
from No Game.
5% into the hands of Slayer right now, 47 and counting for Maurice. And yeah, midpoint currently still in the hands of Steal Your Job. They don't intend to push forward to contest anything at the moment. The full Uber, of course, into the hands of Slayer. Maurice slowly building his way up to that full charge together with the Scout, I believe. Banana going to be up top inside the bell tower, going to try to spam down some damage, but it does look like they are going to be backing out a little bit. Some of the Solies, of course, jumping forward, trying to get picks on anyone at all, trying to flank behind. No Game Sense going to single out the Devil Man.
Just watching K3 jumping around bell tower like, look at me, then he dies.
Just trying to get some scout action in onto the point. So Cookie going to be inside Valley, going to back out in the end because the midpoint goes back into the hands of Fruit Salad. And there we go, Uber gets popped by Slayer. They're going to try to push in to get as many people down as possible. Maurice still holding on to that Uber charge. Finally decides to pop his Uber's Bush, going to be taken down inside the upper left area. The only person up being Conma. Joey going to be behind the medic though. K3 tries to take him down, going toe-to-toe against Joey, but Maurice does manage to somehow
This is a pretty terrible situation.
Yeah, not looking...
For Steal Your Job. They're just getting it as spawners up, but...
No Game Sense jumps onto the point, takes down Maurice, but he does go down shortly after. Destiny biting the dust as well, but that is going to be 0 heals for the side of Steal Your Job. But of course Slayer hasn't yet made his way to the front lines, so they are just going to hang back and defend the lighthouse.
Actually, like, Fruit Salad actually did get the optimal push where they forced Steal Your Job out of mid without using the Uber, but unfortunately... And they did get a lot of picks onto there, but like him going down and Maurice not using for so long was actually both a good and a bad thing. It meant that Steal Your Job, well, they lost so many players, but because Surf died, it just became an even fight.
Oh yeah, and currently we have K3 as a sniper. Wants to get that lovely medic pick. He knows where No Game Sense is, tries to get a body shot off, does so successfully, but that's about it that he can get done. No Game Sense, of course, can grab that health to go back up into healthy range. K3 going to get a little bit of spam coming in from Joey, but he's going to be fine. Just hanging back, tries to get a headshot down, but it doesn't quite connect with Destiny. So Destiny, of course, not destined to die at that moment. Joey and Apple's going to be hanging back together with the medic, and Ubers, of course, are going to be equal. And we are going to see Cookie as an engineer trying to get the sentry up as soon as possible. Currently only at level 1 on the left side. Same placement as we saw earlier on. And at this moment in time, scores are still tied 0-0 thanks to that, that reset earlier on. But yeah, so level 2 currently 7th man for the team. Gonna have some pew-pews out on the left side. Both teams not too keen on pushing in onto anything at all. Oh, the headshot coming up from K3 takes down Slayer. A bit of a shame I didn't catch that on the camera.
Definitely gonna trigger the push.
Well, that is gonna be a huge opportunity for them to come out and gain some ground. Destiny gonna be watching up top. K3 gonna inch his way forward down from dungeon, gonna inch his way upward onto the point. Uber gets popped by the side of Steal Your Job. Will probably just to gain some ground to just recapture the point. And No Game Sense comes bobbing it onto the
scouts back.
Oh!
What scrappy play, but works out in the end.
What?
Joey and Apple's just saying, screw the Uber, we're just gonna run into your last. Wow. You're not even gonna clear the flanks.
Absolutely no idea that was going down, but No Game Sense tried to jump in to get some distraction going down onto the lighthouse, and the scouts probably just went all the way behind. No Game Sense, of course, tried to delay the cap, which he did so successfully, allowing them to get that lovely back cap. And here we go, mid-fight is going to go underway once again. Surf, as usual, going to be spamming out onto the entirety of the other team. He does spot Maurice in the corner right there, tries to get some spam down onto him, but Maurice going to be hanging a little bit far back into the safe distance. Cookie going to try to go toe-to-toe against the scout, but gets finished off in the end. Banana going to be jumping out, trying to get some kills from his medic, then taken down to the double digit. It's going to be fine. That's going to be 3 players down for both sides. And yeah, mid-fight is going to be underway once again. Banana going to be jumping around, trying to get the pick down into no game sense, but he's going to back out into the loving embrace of his medic right there. And they are going to back out through choke once again.
That mid-fight was dependent on who had bell tower occupation, and it just turned out that like the red soldiers, it actually didn't work out too well. They did end up like accidentally baiting Cookie, but they still were able to get things done because Bush did an excellent bomb that just killed 2 people and put the fight back into even hands.
Yep, so both medics of course will have the Ruby charge ready to go any moment in time. Currently no off-crossing for either side. Just going to be hanging back to keep the teammates all buffed up and healthy. The side for Stewie Job of course, a little bit more green numbers coming up from the left side instead of for the side of Fruit Salad. Just tossing out arrows to try to keep his teammates up and healthy. Joey going to eat quite a lot of spam from the Valley side, but he's going to back out to get that health pack. Of course, he's just keeping his eye out, making sure nobody flanks from that area. So lots of green numbers coming out from Studio Job, but they are just going to be hanging far back. Not too keen on contesting Uber against Uber at the moment. So if they decide to pop the Uber, you know, they need a number ad or, well, you know, get a lovely pick pop or try to get anything at all. Bush tries to rocket jump in, but kind of misses that jump right there. Just bumps his head onto the ceiling. So mid-fight is going to go on.
And we've got Cookie going down on the flank.
Oh, lots of action going down inside Lower Valley.
Pushing that flank extremely aggressively.
Cookie and K3 are going to go down.
Yeah, like Studio Job just lost both scouts, and you know, like I say, it's freaking Sunshine mid. You can't fight this without scouts.
So Fruit Salad going to recapture that midpoint with Studio Job players are going to be backing out. They still do have that Uber charge on hand, so very wise move for the medic, you know, staying alive and backing out. And yeah, Fruit Salad, they intend to come into this. They want to capture that lighthouse as well. Current score is still 1-0 thanks to that lovely back cap earlier on. And yeah, Bush just jumping around trying to get those heals from his medic.
Yeah, I think that Studio Job scouts need to be playing a little less aggressively, because so far the only thing I've been seeing them doing is die.
Oh.
Not really what you want your scouts to be doing.
Definitely. We are going to be seeing an off-class though. Currently Cookie is going to be a sniper once again, so I'm going to maintain perspective on him for a little while to see if he can get any lovely picks once again. Of course, he did get a lovely pick down onto Slayer earlier on, so let's see if he can reenact that action once again.
We've got him going for some really strange angles here.
Yeah, not getting much sightlines down though. He does spot Joey inside the Valley, but you know, shots just aren't connecting for him right now. Of course, what he wants to do, what he wants to do is get that pick down.
Sunshine just used to be a really easy map to snipe on, but with all the new additions like blockades and everything, it's just it's slightly harder to get like a good sightline now.
So there we go. Both teams, of course, just hanging a little bit far back, you know, just spamming each other, trying to possibly get any lucky picks going down, but in the meantime, just 20 minutes and 20 seconds counting down on the clock. The score currently in favor of Fruit Salad 1-0. And we do see Destiny currently in Cafe spamming out some of the players, taking down to the double digits, 47 health, but the medium health pack is going to bring him back up into the healthy range. He's going to back up and reunite together with Slayer right outside Cafe, so it's all going to be fine and dandy right there.
Yeah, we've got both teams actually pushing each other's flanks super aggressively.
Oh!
And the pick comes out from Cookie and able to take down No Game Sense.
That's right, so Surf going to get some sticky traps down onto the midpoint already. And Apple's going to take it down. The Ubers are going to be traded right now. Straight away, Slayer getting body blocked by the Solly. Destiny getting shiny, tries to get the pick down onto Banana, but Banana gets flashed in the end. So Ubers are going to end for both sides. Aggressive bomb coming in from Banana, tries to get a pick down onto Destiny, taken down, and finally getting destroyed. That is going to be the Solly down for the side of Fruit Salad. And does look like midpoint is going to go back into the hands of Steal Your Job.
Yeah, that was, and it was really on Apples and No Game Sense dying. Like No Game Sense, that couldn't be controlled, but Apples just, I do believe, overextended a bit, and that was gonna cost his team the win.
Yeah, so we do hear the fake Uber calls coming out. Joey being the first one to bite the dust shortly after. So it does look like Steal Your Job are gonna be inching forward already to gain ground for their team, and No Game Sense currently behind everyone. Currently in Cafe, inching his way forward, trying to get that lovely pick down onto the medic if possible. Gonna jump onto the lighthouse, spots the medic, going toe-to-toe, finally finishing him off. Lovely pick coming from No Game Sense, popping out of nowhere in the Cafe, tries to finish off the Devilman. And no, Konma does live to see another day. Gonna be backing out all the way to mid. And Fruit Salad, thanks to no game sense, they are gonna recapture that Spire, the Lighthouse.
We've got Cookie on Sniper. He has to go for a miracle play here, or else his team is going to be losing that second point.
Yep, Slayer currently still with that full Uber ad. Cookie trying to get any pick at all, but it's slowly going to be right in front of his face, going to take him down in the end. So that is going to be a number ad into the hands of Fruit Salad. They are going to be pushing through Choke. Lots of spam being traded between Surf as well as Konma. Konma going to be really low, getting taken down, but Medic going to do a good job of bringing him back up into the healthy range. So Surf going to be flanking around, trying to get some spam down onto the Medic. Does get quite a little bit tiny amounts of damage done. And there we go, Ubers are going to be popped, so no game sense. Destiny, everyone going to be pushing forward towards the front lines. Slayer going to be shining and trying to keep everyone buffed up as much as possible. And right now, the Uber ad goes into the hands of Maurice.
No miracle plays came out from the Sniper, and that is why they lost their 7. But they didn't lose too many people in that push, so they're definitely going to try and take this second with their Uber charge. We do have Fruit Salad holding back at their cafe, so I think they're planning to give this up. The moment they see anyone coming out, they're probably going to just try to force it and then run away.
K3 going to come up from the dungeon, going to try to push forward to get some damage down. The Medic, of course, going to be on the point together with the Solly. Yeah, there we go. They're going to try to recapture the point. No game says going to be bombing in, trying to get a pick on anyone at all. Does so, gets some lovely damage onto K3, finishes him off, but he will get destroyed by Banana right there. There's going to be 2 scouts down. The Uber gets forced for the side of Steal Your Job. Banana going to be backing out with that Uber together with the Medic. That is going to be the Lighthouse going back. Well, it is still in the hands of Fruit Salad. The scout Joey coming in, tries to get a capture down for his point, for his team, and there we go. Uber gets popped. Surf going to be tossing out his stickies onto the point. Fruit Salad going to snag the point, and there we go. Another round into the hands of Fruit Salad.
Unfortunately, that trade, there was 2 1v1s happening, one on the point and one on the left side, and Fruit Salad just came out on top, technically for both of them, even though No Game Sense did trade with the scout on point. But that ended up putting Steal Your Job in a very difficult position, holding the point with just 4 people left, and you know, they can't really do that, especially when they had to pop off the Uber and run away. So that was last for them.
Yep, it's a bit of a shame right there with the Ubers used to retreat instead of advance. And there we go, mid-fight is going to go underway once again. Lots of damage being tossed about. Slayer getting taken down to the double digits, but the regen's going to slowly bring him back up once again. Both medics are still alive. Joey being the first one to die during the mid-fight. Once again, Slayer getting taken down and finally getting finished off. That is going to be 4 players down, inclusive of the medic. For the side of Fruit Salad, they are going to have to back out. Apples finally being chased and finished off by Banana. No game sense once again. Going for those back, behind plays.
That mid-fight was actually exactly the same as the last mid-fight, but this time
No game sense jumping in onto the medic as the force! Straight away, that is going to be the Uber gone for the side of Steal Your Job. They have yet to capture the Lighthouse, so their Uber was popped. All they have to do is, they're just pushing in blindly right now, just trying to make use of that Uber charge, but they are going to be picked off one by one. Banana tries to rocket jump away, but commits suicide instead, and that is going to be lots of players down for the side of Steal Your Job. Maurice currently at 49 health, slowly backing out, trying to keep his teammates up and healthy, where he does manage to survive. Joey trying to inch forward to gain some ground for his team, but everyone's just slowly flanking and running around. Apple's going to recapture the Lighthouse for Fruit Salad.
People, it's just fights happening all over the place. Cookie goes down on the flank, unfortunately, and I don't know, it's still an even Uber. They can still hold this, but definitely, like, Fruit Salad's going to be looking to push someone through and try and get a pick, or at least they should be. I guess they're not going to.
So Maurice gonna have his Uber charge.
They are 2 up, I guess.
Shortly. Slayer gonna have that fake Uber call out at 95%. Maurice currently at full charge, so that is gonna be full Uber for both sides. Surf gonna be watching the cafe. No game says gonna be watching the valley, and Joey just gonna be peeking around the corner from cafe, just spamming out some damage. And yeah, Steal Your Job still holding on to that midpoint.
It's on Steal Your Job to make the move now. They're still 2-0. I mean, it's 15 minutes, it's plenty of time, but the more you delay, the less time you have to make the plays.
That's right, it's going to be a play against the clock for Steal Your Job at the moment. If they want to stay in the running for the grand finals, there we go. Uber is going to be popped onto Konma, I believe, and Ubers are going to be traded. Surfs gets shiny. No game sense going to be flanking around as well, keeping his eye out on everyone, trying to get the pick down onto any non-shiny personnel. The Demo Man Konma going to be inside Valley, spamming out some stickies. Going to try to take down No Game Sense though. No Game Sense with that Very, very cute rocket jump, just jumping up a very, very tiny amount onto the little ledge right there. And whoa, lots of people getting finished off. Cookie and K3 and Bush getting finished off as well. So that is going to be 3 players down. Konma going down shortly after. Maurice getting finished off. And Banana currently the only person up inside Cafe. Going to be flanked from all directions. Finally, a full wipe from Steal Your Job.
Steal Your Job didn't back out of that fight fast enough. Once one of the players went down, it was just a thought. It was just like a full, like, we need to run away from this situation, but it just wasn't enough. And you know, full aggression coming off from Fruit Salad, very excellent. Like, they were just able to pick up all the players and capitalize on the fact that Steal Your Job was just a little bit overextended.
We are going to have a sniper. Cookie once again going to be a sniper from the side. It gets a lovely headshot down straight away onto Joey. Joey just trying to peek around to look for any overpassing at all. And an aggressive bomb coming down onto Maurice. That lovely bomb, he's going to be taken out to the single digits. And Maurice going to be tossed into spawn once again. Destiny, goodness. Extremely aggressive bombs coming in. Scout's trying to capture it for his team. No Game Sense currently still at the front lines alone, going toe-to-toe against the Scout, finally getting finished off by K3 and Cookie working together. Fruit Salad players are going to have to back out, no choice. Currently only 3 players up at the moment.
That was just unfortunate for Destiny. He couldn't put up, like, both times Maurice was literally like 30 health, but he couldn't follow up on the damage.
Oh yeah. Big shame. I mean, we could have just finished Maurice, but every time he gets tossed back into resub, it just goes to that locker and just gets back into the 150.
Optimally, at this point, Steal Your Job should be trying to take this mid without having to pop the Uber. But so far, I haven't seen them able to do that once. So I do think they're gonna just walk in, spam them out. This might actually work.
Yeah, it does. All the aggressive one coming in though. Apples and No Games has been taken down. The Uber is going to be popped though for the side of Steal Your Job. Maurice, I believe, got forced. Currently his health in the double digits. So Banana going to try to go toe-to-toe against... Wow! Destiny just finishing him off straight away with a rocket to the face. Surf going to try to spam out anything at all. Destiny jumping all the way in, tries to take down Maurice and does so successfully. Loads of players going down for the side.
Overextended there,
yeah, just a little bit of bad placement. Cookie getting finished off as well. Currently the only people are being Konma inside the valley. Going to try to back out all the way to last. Being chased by all the players right there. But Steal Your Job, man, they are going to have to back out all the way.
This is a full Uber advantage for Fruit Salad. I don't like the way things are looking for Steal Your Job right now. They're definitely gonna have to hold last and give this up because they already have an engineer going out, and Maurice is actually taking damage from at the shutter side.
Surf going toe-to-toe against the rockets coming in from the Solly right there. Bush finally getting taken down. Rocket jumps to heaven on his own. And there we go. Slayer currently at the double digits, 55. The regen going to slowly inch its way back up into the healthy range. And yes, the Lighthouse man going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad, and it does look like they're going to push in with that full Uber ad. And there we go. Destiny going to be shiny, going to inch his way forward. The Sentry of course going to be singled out. Engineer trying his best to keep it up and healthy. Doing a very good job at that as well.
The Sentry is not going down.
Finally goes down in the end. Stickies are already late on the point. It doesn't look like Fruit Salad are going to be able to contest this at all. A little bit of a lag coming in from the server. No Games is going to aggressively bomb onto the medic, but Maurice man pops his Uber to save his life, and they do successfully defend that final point push. So
that Sentry saved Fruit Salad.
Oh, yeah.
Bush gets dropped, but that Sentry saved the game for Steal Your Job because unfortunately Fruit Salad just weren't able to destroy it fast enough, and it basically wasted their whole Uber. No one died, they just spent it spamming out the Sentry, and it gave Maurice the time he needed to get his Uber up.
And Steal Your Job will retake that Lighthouse. 10 minutes and 10 seconds counting down on the clock. The score right now is still 2-0 in favor of Fruit Salad. Steal Your Job, man, they have to do something, and they have to do it now if they want to maintain in the runnings for the grand final. So they are of course putting the best foot forward. We have seen some really lovely last point defenses coming up from them, especially with that Sentry gun earlier on. The Uber is going to go into the hands of Slayer right now. Maurice coming up slowly, 87% and counting. But the Fruit Salad players, man, they're already inching forward. They want to try to gain as much ground as they can.
With a full Uber advantage. Oh my goodness, what is K3
K3
doing?
Just jumping around and catching rockets with his face. That is definitely not recommended at all. And yes, Steal Your Job, man. They are going to be one player down at the moment. And Fruit Salad does look like they want to push in to contest anything, try to gain anything at all from this push. No Game Sense going to be all the way inside. Gets the forced Uber down onto Maurice. They have popped their Uber. And Fruit Salad, man, they're still holding on to theirs. Cookie going to be shiny, but there's nothing they can do anymore. The Uber is going to end. Maurice going to be in the 77 health range. Surf going to be setting up his sticky traps already. It does look like, well, the Uber is going to be forced and popped for the side of Fruit Salad as well. So Ubers are going to be into the hands of iMaurice now, currently at 44 compared to Slayer's 12. The Lighthouse going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad once again, and No Game Sense inching his way forward to the front lines. Destiny watching the right side flank, and yeah, currently no off-casting for the side of Steal Your Job at the moment. And yeah.
Again, like Steal Your Job are just currently making more mistakes than their enemies. I've just seen so many people on the flank die. Like K3 goes down, Cookie goes down, all of a sudden Bush dies. Like no one has any idea what's happening, and they're just getting picked off one by one, forcing them into these poor situations that they just cannot fight.
There we go, Uber is going to be popped for the side of Steal Your Job. They're going to try to get anything done at all. Banana going to try to push in. All they do is just push, you know, the Fruit Salad players back, and they do not get any picks at all. So that is going to be very, very bad news. Fruit Salad do have their full Uber ready to go. They should, and they will push in right now. No Game Sense going to be flanking around, keeping his eye out on all angles. And there we go, Uber finally popped onto all the players. Surf already going to be at the front line, setting out those sticky traps, tossing out lovely damage onto the entirety of the red team right there, getting so much damage done. The Scout going to try to capture it for his team. Joey and Apple's going to be working together. Apple's trying to take down anybody at all, tossing out his scatter shot. The Solly desperately trying to defend it for his team. The only person on the point is going to be the Scout, and it doesn't matter anymore. 3-0 in favor of Fruit Salad.
Definitely a more one-sided game we're seeing right now, and again, it just came down to the mistakes that they were making. I think Steal Your Job was a little bit too clustered at that point, and they were all eating a lot of the same damage. But in the end, you know, the enemy team did have Uber advantage. They kited it quite successfully, but still, they were invincible for a length of time. They gave them the positioning they needed to win.
So mid-fight is going to go underway once again. Konma has his sights down onto Slayer, Slating, eating a lot of spam coming from the Devilman. They can take it down to 90 odd health, but he is going to be re-healed back up. Maurice not doing a very good job of dodging those bullets as well, getting taken down to 72 health, the double digits as well. Cookie, and going to be very low, taken down to 5 health, and finally finished off. The Solly right there, trying to get some damage down, but he's going to be taken out in the end. Bush and K3 follow shortly after. The only people up being Banana, as well as Maurice going to back out to last once again. So Fruit Salad, man, with all that aggression and upper hand during the mid-fights.
Yeah, I think Steal Your Job tried the same mid, but this time Fruit Salad decided to focus the soldiers instead, so that they would be damaged when they bomb in and they would just die at the end of the fight. And so the soldiers weren't able to even perform the bomb, and that's why they lost the mid-fight. There was just not enough aggression could be had at the moment.
So both teams do have that Uber charge up and ready to go. This is going to be a final point push for Fruit Salad. Konma being tossed about, the Uber gets popped onto him to save his life, but at what cost though? Fruit Salad still have that full Uber up and ready to go. They are just backing out and kiting that Uber. Finally the counter push comes in, and No Game Sense going to be shining, going to bomb his way through, inching in his, you know, together with the Scouts. Apple's going to finally take down Banana, and does look like they are going to push forward onto the final point. Joey going to be overhealed by getting taken out really low, finally getting finished off with Konma's sticky traps, and K3 with that mid-air denial onto No Game Sense finishes him off as well. K3 doing a good job despite catching rockets with his face earlier on. Now catches a sticky, but lives to see and tell the tale. He's going to take down Surf shortly after. Going to try to move forward to take down Destiny. Works together with Konma and finishes him off.
Speaking of overextending, that was just Fruit Salad going in one by one and dying.
Yeah.
So it was a situation where they were like, oh, we're just gonna try and keep aggressing, you know. But unfortunately, you need to go in all at the same time in order for a last push like that to work, and that wasn't what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Fruit Salad, they have to, you know, they have to play it smart from now on. If they start throwing players and losing all of them, you know, their 3-0 lead might fade very quickly. As we can see, you know, they are going to be losing Joey as well as No Games, as Apple's getting taken down really low and finally getting finished off. So currently 3 players down. Destiny getting taken down to the double digits as well. Bush and K3 going to be finished off. Destiny trying to take down the medic inside choke. Slayer with that Uber charge ready to go. So Destiny going a little bit far front, and the Uber gets popped for the side of Fruit Salad. What they want to do, yeah, Destiny has his sights on the medic, trying to take him down, chasing him down, getting shots off, but the surf's coming out from Maurice at 11 health, flying all the way through choke. This is going to somehow, well, not anymore. Surf's pipe does finish him off in the end, and aggression coming in from Fruit Salad. They are intending to push in all the way to gain ground. Everyone on the side of Steal Your Job is extremely low.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left, we're definitely seeing some tilt aggression coming out from Steal Your Job. They're just throwing players in constantly. And unfortunately, they didn't want to stabilize on that mid because they knew they didn't really have time to stabilize on that mid, but that just caused them to lose the DM fights that really mattered in those situations and push them all the way back to last.
Yeah, so I mean,
And-
steal your job, man. They're getting a little bit desperate, trying to toss anything they can onto the point to get any points at all. 4 minutes counting down. The score is still 3-0. I mean, steal your job, man. They really have to step something up. They have been performing extremely well earlier on, but it's just starting to get messy right now. They might be actually crumbling.
Yeah, and in another minute, we're just going to be hitting trash time when none of this matters anymore
Yeah.
because can't put it 3-0 on the board with just 3 minutes left.
Fruit Salad, they're just waiting for the clock to tick down. They're just hanging back, you know, just waiting with that full Uber charge. They could have possibly pushed in earlier on, but, you know, they're just hanging back. Cookie, of course, is going to off-class to a
Yeah, they don't
sniper
have
this
to
time.
anymore.
Yeah, just waiting for the clock.
It's
Uber
Here we go, and
steal your job, pop the Uber. Slayer pops his Uber as well, so they are just going to be trading Ubers and staring at each other. Just watching shiny players walking around. There's going to be Destiny getting taken down. Solly No Game Sense going to be inside trying to take down anybody at all, but gets finished off right there. Final control point getting recaptured by Joey.
Coming up, Joey again.
Wow. Once again, the scouts, man, going to work.
I honestly think that Joey and Apples are just outperforming K3 and Cookie right now in terms of the plays they're making, and in like their positioning in general. Like Apples and Joey just have not died as much as K3 and Cookie, who have both overextended multiple times, and that's just good. Constantly putting that team in difficult situations where they can't fight because they don't have hit scan.
Definitely, and the timer now is 2 minutes and 39 seconds counting down. I think we can safely say that this round is going to go into the hands of Fruit Salad. And yeah, mid-fight is going to go underway once again. Slayer just tossing out his arrows willy-nilly, trying to keep everyone up and healthy once again. They do lose serve and no game sense, but you know, steal your job. They are going to be losing much more than that.
That's just unfortunate to watch. It really was an even game for the first 2 matches, but apparently when it comes to Sunshine, I guess Steal Job didn't have it in them. Their positioning was just a little bit off at certain times, and it allowed Fruit Salad to get all the frags they needed to like push Steal Job all the way back.
No game sense is going to be a sniper now, just running sniper all the way. And yeah, it does look like Steal Your Job are already on the back foot right now. Full Uber into the hands of Fruit Salad. They can just push in right now and you know, end this even before the timer ticks down. First to 5, you know.
5-0 mercy.
Yeah, no mercy indeed. Of course, it does look like headshot coming down from No Game Sense. So he is sniper all the way to the front lines, takes down Conma. That is going to be a number advantage, and they do still have that very, very lovely Uber charge. But Surf gets finished off as well.
They trade demos.
Yeah, they do trade demos, so the sniper's definitely doing a good job. The Uber's being flashed about on as many players as possible. Uber for the side of Steal Your Job, currently still up and ready to go though. They finally popped the Uber to deter anything from happening in the end. And No Game Sense trying to get some shots off. He's going to get singled out by the Solly, finally getting finished off. He does manage to take down Bush to really, really low though, down to the 30-odd health, I believe. But yeah, they're just going to try to inch their way forward to recapture.
Kodma gets destroyed. He just got air piped by Surf, putting in those air shot frags into the logs, even though logs probably aren't going to work after this.
So Banana just going to slowly chase the medic right there. Slayer just trying to take down his crossbow to finish the job. You know, Banana getting taken on really low. Just chasing the medic with his melee, the escape plan. Just finally getting finished off right there.
Yeah, it's trash time. They're just padding us.
Yeah, so 35 seconds left on the clock counting down. The score right now is 4-0. Midpoint going to go back into the hands of Steal Your Job, but well, 27 seconds. Not much you can do with that time. So, damn. Just
I really wanted to see a better game, but
very, very huge shame. I mean, in the earlier matches, you know, they were pretty evenly matched, you know, but just after a while, Steal Your Job, they just started losing steam. And just, you know, Fruit Salad just capitalized on that and just pushed for the win. So 3 seconds counting down. And that is going to be CP Sunshine.
whew.
Yeah,
Steal Your Job. Unfortunately, gonna be, I guess, guaranteed a 3rd place.
Yep, so Steal Your Job, man. Bit of a shame they didn't manage to steal the spot for the grand finals, but yeah, congratulations to Fruit Salad. They are going to be going back up into the grand finals to go up against Wine and Cheese once again. It's going to be another grudge match between those two, and for the side of Steal Your Job, though, very, very good performance coming in from the first 2 maps and of course the first few rounds of CP Sunshine, but you know, just after that it was just very, very depressing indeed.
Well, at least we got some good TF2 tonight. And we're going to be seeing Fruit Salad moving up into the grand finals to take on Wine and Cheese.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
again, it's going to be quite the concoction. And hopefully we'll be seeing some even more intense TF2.
That's so true. I mean, even on the previous matchup, you know, the upper bracket semifinals between Fruit Salad and Wine and Cheese, it was relatively evenly matched. So really looking forward to what they're going to be able to play out next week when they face off against each other once again. Yeah. So do you have anything to add on for what we have witnessed just now?
In the end, in terms of Sunshine, it really just came down to like I said before, overextending players heavily on the side of steal your drop. I kept seeing Cookie and K3 dying on the flanks. I kept seeing them out of position constantly, just being pushed back. And yeah, Fruit Salad just ended up making less mistakes, and that won them the game.
Oh yeah, so once again, congratulations to Fruit Salad. Lovely plays coming out from both teams, of course. Steal your job, they will be taking that third place inside of AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. Good run by them, of course. You know, not many, they definitely proved their worth, and just for that map on CP Sunshine, they just got outplayed by Fruit Salad. So good plays coming out from both teams.
Yeah, definitely happy that I got to cast this match.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah,
good TF2
It's
tonight.
been a pleasure having you. So yeah, it has been me
Thank you
and
for having
Vetia. Yeah, lovely time casting for you guys. Of course, lovely matches coming up from both teams. First two matches were really close, and CP Sunshine was relatively close earlier on, but then it just became a full-on roll by Fruit Salad. But yeah, looking forward to the grand finals coming in next week. Fruit Salad going up against Wine and Cheese, and definitely something to look out for.
All right. Thank you for watching us. We hope you enjoyed this match as much as we did.
Yep, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Bye bye.